Yenya 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. 16 countries are rich. Say, no, I can say, oh, you have more qualifiers in the game. Or more qualifier, come on, World Cup. We already have countries or more come on, World Cup, no rich. Now, the air there, want to say, rich out of the countries, no, any baby will move free, no. Yeah, what Africa, honey, the rich, your slots in that's empty. Obiara ti bi yin on ka say ma qualify but minim say enche countries bi say Tunisia, Egypt, Morocco, Algeria, probably Cameroon mo ebe stati eyi omuti and we may be able to add Ghana say yes so yet me are qualified. And there were a lot of games and said the Kakano for group I we saw Chad and Ghana airborne draw. We saw Madagascar beat Central African Republic 2-0 and then Mali the Morocco Comoros for the 3-0. 3 solid 0. Bamako. Inti Etimibia and now Rich. Let's come and talk about our game. This was your first 11. And if you put our first 11 on the tactical board, that is what you get in a 4-2-3-1. Rich. Benjamin Asari, Caleb Rienchi, Gideon Mensah, Jerome Opoku, Jonah Ajete, Elisa Owusu Salis, Kudus as your number 10. Then on the wings, you know, 2 strikers in Semenyo and Inaki with Jordan leading our lines. Rich. So which the way I can see a approach game now. We knew Chadifono was not going to threaten us in any way. And no crack. One eye, Rich. About 80 minutes, we were just passing the ball. And look, our tactical board no. What we were simply doing and say, you were a goalkeeper or call holiday. But I was so impressed with Benjamin Asare, which only didn't hear. One way because Benjamin Asare rich only. But the few times he needed to help us build, say yeah, possible mano. I was say it would be no possible on the defender and I said me for the be over. Which he was so calm. Rich Benjamin Asare is growing in the post for the Black Stars. And I love the composer posting him pop. One thing and then for the Bonechi, and when you look at player, you didn't call the highest stage away, only exposure Kessie or G3. Rich. And no Benjamin Asari at no point was G3 in the game. And I love the way I see Bono. Go there and say you can 14. I deflected here. How do you 14? And he gave a solid performance. Rich. Calibrian super player. Solid guy.
If you are Mamunina, Yatana said you're going to some at the weekend edition of Nhyira Guitar Passwords. Yenim sir, already Martinam radio chi amo train. Yaba. Eddie Jumedino, Eddie Abramo Copim Sadumino. About 3 solid hours. I'm going to win some coin. Said there be a no, Yabasha Sefrin Kofu Crusoe. Na ya bewie ewo fie basisi ai ebia na pese wo kye wadwen ewo dwumadie no so a first of all obaba YouTube Nhyira TV na obo Nhyira TV ni wi a subscribe obo nsa adoma bi ho click it a chese wa subscribe no na eno chese anytime bia Nhyira passports ye tena se a obenya message say yaba live na won so no watimi abaye part of the show bra. Yatena sina edi the weekend edition of Nhyira Guitar Passwords at the Abraham Tisi no opesa wo chewa dwen ho na obetimi do adwen che no edi afa YouTube Nhyira TV message no mano enya kakra bi se na bi ebetimi akenka dodo na enso etimi edi amamu ewo eye dwumadie no enso esonti awonsam no ano no tini radio onso dwumadie no etwagui awo bade tiene bia na untimi ma YouTube na unfa wadwenche no emma ebeka semadu amadu mienu na bondi asori a maybe lines no nam so the person beka awudwumadi no bia no matimi ade ababeka ho already seated Andy Costa and the metal and Checrano. And an SMP and Oboboanoa or the brain. Yeah, sure, that was it. Now, thank you very much for choosing Nhyira passports over the others. Yen shots in Finko for Crusoe. Now, 2026 FIFA World Cup qualifiers and a back cover. Every brim matches outdoor now and a costum say. Andy Diabe Fadu Dona Muna Anra. Onim Sanija at the point, you know, Moko, Egu Bako, I qualify Kobo Afghan Indian Shomano, and no Morocco. As I'm confident, say, quality party, and as I've given me not to Benjo. I'm much in Niger, as from a canum 5. I'm a Niger for 90 auntie. And no must say, Morocco, I'm the 16th nation. I walk up now, Yakasasi, Morocco, I qualify Yamia Duma next year, 2026. I'm so Kakobo World Cup no, and so be the other result no. And so Ebeba Paris Saint-Germain Boafu at the French FA. Nindinani on a brand here. Your friend is Osman Dembele. Yes, a brand no. Wakupa ma piaji for no. Oman no said yes, ya hono na cheche. Na it is sound common on so adeba. Yes, Chelsea dwene ho. They are considering say a brand here friend Ryan Sterling. Omo bet terminating a contract. Na omo pay compensation be at the other brand because a brand no. Omisika woje. And he said the suitors on shada ni bi na akwana hwe a obetene fi basika no ana obegisa. There's a Chelsea dwene ho. Say omo bet terminate and a contract. And also the details some more adeba. Manchester United eso omo so no nyame yadoma next month. Omo so be na Andrew Onana this month here, right? Okay, this month here no Andrew Onana any goalkeeper ta omo ba ko be jano kwan na ono nso afri ayebobo kurum se na be a ebetimi apave way na Manchester City Samson bibia etimi akonka no nso etiefo ya tena si ya de san komo no edi beba na ye be fia be di Black Stars in command proper. First of all, you ever start with the budget. If the 1 million and a bit there actually a comma the sports ministry. Minister said there be 1 million near actually Ghana Enya says cano into Niamani Buha, Metcham, a binsu onoma, Mateso, Yakoba, na yabidi a yes sound commono. After budget and incense semono, Yenya a yempedifo do almost such a madrin at the Afahon, a be a doctor, Kwame Beniako. Sanso ena engineer kwabena e Japan ononso achena dwen kane kasama for the mother Ghana Football Association Ibrahim Sanida ononso dinano up to sansemi ni nanene ye be say enyabre na ya chira dwen kakra ewo ho ansana ya be di child gamer nano ada ye boy no mbo ye bo nan otuado say child do na ekobo no fanse pitch no a senya pitch ne pa Agagani ebeshe and a man for so to ado afidi ye. Excuses no doors too much. They be a pitch. Or to ado what is pitch? And also koba ye be the sound koba. Then you have preparation for the Mali gamer nyami adamo China 7 p.m. And also ebetimi atoda at the Accra Sports Stadium no. We any fufo pika ho and na ebefia no so ayen koma edaba masoa ye be the sound community na Abo aye show no so 4.5 weekend edition of Nhyira Guitar Passports live YouTube Nhyira TV oba subscribe na do message no akawona akenkan edi amount Andy Costa and the metal good morning
Richardo
now to say
o nyankopon da o ma me hode
edenyame ase na isa go no agwa no striker wo
ando shegu
oh yes striker papa when I'm just Mokra
de Mundi no wani mu haya o na rehosem no sem beko Anfield e ho na ya rehosem no o ka emire bi am kwaje nson no ase eboboba
no je ye na nya ya safo boy nto ta ba ye beto
mo beto eni nge be ba no be 5 years
and no ze be catch if it baza is a Liverpool team no mo boarding inti ye na ho nkokra mo mungu ani mase we mo fa 3 points
Debbie
basa akwa no bo obi obo no It's yours. Isaac Nedia Aquano, or you player.
Now, what's about qualifier?
Oh, definitely. We will.
Because we'll be about 6 matches.
We will qualify, but I think after qualification, as a country, we need to sit down. Na especially with our technical side. Yes. I think in here before.
Okay.
Team, yeah, qualified, I think we can. And we will. We will. You will qualify. But yeah, co-work up, I'm saying, you didn't come on ye. You didn't come on ye.
Okay, I'm come right.
Two of them, so Yama, you will be from today and come so young comrana, immediate sound coming in a war age medin. So, therefore, you're coming in Yaba.
The world chose the champion.
I'm a tear for you now, show so live on Nhyira 104.5 FM and watch. My main fan to me say, and I know Pepper we share Jumedi in the life for Nhyira TV or YouTube and Abeba. Now, over Nhyira TV or YouTube, over now, was subscribing if you watch our comment. Was Yana, you can kind of oh, show no so now, BBI come at the amount. My main fan to me say so far, your matches are equal to international level. Now, we at 2026 FIFA World Cup qualifies and a Guso equals to Timika say, the Confederation of North. Central America and Caribbean Association Football. Yet actually taken Konka for matches. Eguswa Equas Wenuachi, Uko Oceania, Eba Asia, Wasan Equa Comebo, Eba Africa, Equa Europa. Matches audio Eguswa Equas in Teneno, Yarehun Pina Adebretia for El Shows Yami Aduma. MCA next week and a club football. A returning tea, Tamuchukuna, Yanfa Stories, Emretia for the Saturday edition of Nhyira Power Sports Jumedia Nano Pay. Yatrasia Konko phone close Nafe. Yet the stories Amatia for El Show. So now quickly my many can share here and for free Africa your continent is so now the attention over Africa and in your matches are about so now the attention and no matches about our World Cup qualifies our African no my main fan to him says Somalia mino one ball home away from home now just Somalia ebo neutral ground now omo game omane Guinea ebo no one ball Uganda now the attention omulusu trendel edema Guinea mino and watch Kenya etenafio Nairobi ema Gambia ebe so mo 3-1 Namibia enso elusu 2-1 Edema Malawi and what is South Sudan etnafie Emma Democratic Republic of Congo ebe so mo 4-1 afi omanya from say Benin elfie womusu elusu 1-0 Edema anase omashe 1-0 Emma Zimbabwe omantimante afi Congo mine and Tanzania wom ebo 1-0 draw Djibouti elfie omulusu 6-0 Edema Burkina Faso afi Lesotho mine enso tenafie Emma Bafana of South Africa ebe so ekamiensa omantimante Uganda etnafie she 4 Emma Mozambique omusu antimante and of Mauritania eshemienu Emma Togo mine enso antimante na mame fantumo ni se Andro el Cairo International Stadium el Egypt yenya the pharaohs of Egypt elfie wom shemienu Emma Ethiopia mine wom antimante na de tense Andro ay Mohamed Salah one and the penalty eshe first goal Edema Omaya je from say Egypt ansana Omar Mamouche enso the penalty ebo second goal Edema Egypt mine eti Andro Egypt elfie wom awini 2-0 Eritrea Ethiopia afi Omaya from Senegal gomu shemion Emma Sudan gomu entmantina Khalidou Koulibaly when Ablantia first Papi Matassa gomu about 2 goals Edema Omaya je from Senegal afi Ivory Coast the Elephant gomu etina fieshe bako Emma Omaya from Burundi gomu entmante na Ablantia first Yusufu Bayo one and shed only go Edema Omaya je from Ivory Coast afi mami fantum se Morocco mino Andra omutina fi El Stade Prince Moulay Abdallah gomu eshe 5 Emma Niger gomu entmante na je tense PSV and Hovin wɔn aberanteɛ fan Ismail Sabari wɔn ɛna di kan hyɛ first and second goal ɛde ma Morocco ɛna wɔn akyi aberanteɛ fan sɛ Ayub El Kabi ɛde second goal ɛbɛsɔ so ɛma Ingamana ɛbɛbɔ fourth goal ansana Azedin Onahi ɛde fifth goal ɛsɔ so ɛde ma Morocco man no enti ano Morocco ɛwɔ new stadium wɔn hyɛ 5 ɛma Niger wɔn ɛntimante na Nyankopɔn yɛ adoma ɛnɛ one game ɛbɛba so ɛwɔ Africa FIFA World Cup qualifiers no na deɛ tɛ sɛ ɛnɛ nea meyɛ adoma ɛbɔ 4 o'clock PM Nigeria wɔn ɛbɛtena fie ɛwɔ Goswell Akpabio International Stadium ɛwɔ Oyo State wɔn ɛne Rwanda ɛna ɛbɔ na afei Nyankopɔn yɛ adoma wɔkyena Sunday Central African Republic wɔn ɛne Comoros game aba so ɛyɛ 4 o'clock PM na already on say intro no bɛka Richardo ɛde to wɔn sɛ Morocco man qualify na Morocco qualify ɛkɔ 2026 FIFA World Cup na way about 7th time Morocco wɔmanya akonya qualify ɛde kɔ FIFA World Cup na the first World Cup Morocco man qualify no wɔn qualify 1970 yabon wɔ Mexico and what 1986 wɔn qualify ɛno so yabon wɔ Mexico 1994 ɛwɔ US wɔn qualify and what France 98 Morocco qualify 2018 ɛwɔ Russia wɔn qualify 2022 ɛwɔ Qatar wɔn qualify and after 2026 ɛwɔ Canada Mexico and after United States of America Morocco man no wɔn qualify ɛde kɔ FIFA World Cup ɛna no payere wonsɛm ɛmɛtiefo nyina ɛwɔ show no so and what Morocco man abɛ 17th national wɔn so qualify ɛkɔ FIFA World Cup na so far 17 national wɔn qualify no yɛwɔ Canada Mexico and after United States of America wɔn nyina no wɔn ɛyɛ host nation wɔn qualify and what Japan qualify New Zealand yɛwɔ Iran after Argentina Uzbekistan South Korea and what Jordan yɛwɔ Australia Brazil Ecuador Uruguay after Colombia Paraguay and after Morocco man abato so 17th nation ama qualify and ko FIFA World Cup 2026 and ano pioneer wunsem pina ematiefo nyina e show no live on Nhyira 104.5 FM na obeka American ya to say Andra Morocco game eba so a new stadium Stade Prince Moulay Abdallah Stadium El Rabat and a game eba so na a new stadium Morocco man esi na capacity no 68,500 seater capacity na stadium asuye pa na nyame aduma AFCON ebeba so from 21st of September and 21st of December 2025 ekopim 18th of January 2026 no the memen say can say opening game ebeba so between Morocco and of Comoros no ho and ebeba sa game no and watch 2030 World Cup omaya from say Spain Portugal and of Morocco wom and host you na the memen say can say Stade Moulay Abdallah Stadium no and also yere be host you some matches ebeba so 2026 World Cup no and no pay no yere won Ematifonia El Shono so now according to Moroccan Football Federation, woman see Fanto Bianum say new stadium Omasino, woman say 130 private boxes in a room and what more 5 luxury lounges and of almost say a fully accessible facility for physical challenge persons and the woman is no more in El Stadium and Nanopeno. You confirm Ematifonia El Shono so now so far over Africa. My man Fanto say World Cup qualifies a Guswa Equasono. Your country's need about 7 matches. So about 6 matches. Now, say group no say in the city. Uko group A, Egypt and a lady. After 7 matches, Egypt minor. 19 points. After Burkina Faso, Atosumino. 14. Your Sierra Leone, Omatosumiansa. 9 points. After Guinea Bissau, L7. After Ethiopia, L6. And after Djibouti, just 1 point. And what you Uko group B, Democratic Republic of Congo. 16 points. After 7 matches. After Senegal, Tosumino. 15 points. Sudan L12 and what Mauritania L5 points. Your Togo mine more 4 and of Omaya from South Sudan 1 hour 3 points and what you group C Omaya from South Africa and LED now South Africa mine L16 points after Benin Atosumiano 1 hour 11 points. Your Rwanda 8 points. Nigeria L7 after Lesotho L6 and after Zimbabwe L4 after Uko group D Mamen Fantuanum say Kevet LED 1 hour 16 points. Cameroon Atosumiano 1 more 15 points. After Libya Tosumiansa 1 hour 11 points. Angola L7 after Mauritius L5 and after Eswatini 1 2 points. After Enwachi Mami Fantu and him say Uko group here already Yanim say Morocco mine qualify now Morocco group room about 6 matches now 6 matches are so far Morocco win 6 matches nina 18 points. After Tanzania 10 points. Zambia L6 after Niger L6 and after Omaya from say Congo Republic 1 point. point afe mame fa to onim say okọ group F Ivory Coast 9 points and I say gomo 19 points rather afe Gabon 18 goma ya from say Burundi 10 afe Gambia 7 Kenya 6 and afe Seychelles gomo ni points bia afe de tie say okọ group G Algeria 18 points omaya ya from say Uganda gomo 12 points afe Mozambique 12 Guinea 10 Botswana 9 and afe Somalia gomo so 1 point and what you okọ group H Tunisia gomo and leading after 7 matches na Tunisia minor gomo 19 points afe Namibia 12 Liberia 10 Equatorial Guinea 10 Malawi 9 and afe Sao Tome and Principe gomo ni points bia and afe last group no eho and Ghana you know na they tell say after 7 matches on my Congo Ghana 16 points afe Madagascar 13 Mali 12 Comoros 12 Central African Republic 5 and afe Chad minor 1 point and anope no yere won sem emetie fo nyina show no so live on Nhyira 104.5 FM afei ye free Africa na yanto so na ye first stories ni bi emetie fo nyina show no so na away from Africa ye ko Europe esan se make say uko Europe ene ne month so a e won so 2026 FIFA World Cup qualifiers eno so agusu akoso na de tell say andra matches e ba so Europe no ye nya Denmark mine omotena fie women and Scotland ebo goalless draw go be antiman fabo Antonio Quatnem eno achi follow Iceland fie women so 1-0 edema Croatia after Greece etena 5 Emma Belarus omoti kanibako Iceland SF5 Emma Azerbaijan omontimante and wachi Moldova elfie gomulusu 4-0 edema Israel and of Montenegro etnafie Emma Czech Republic ebeso mu 2-0 Slovenia SF2 Emma Sweden gomusu SF2 and wachi mamefa 2 anim se Andra the Azuris of Italy el GV Stadium el Bergamo gomusu 5 Emma anase gomusu from se Estonia gomentimante na onim se Andra Italy game ebaso no first half obi Minimum second half and a manager for Gennaro Gattuso where 5 substitution Emma game SSI na I am my skin when I share first goal Emma Italy and watch Matteo Rategui at the second goal so Emma Abrantia Jefferson John Como Raspadori Ebesebi and watch Alessandro Bastoni one also SB Emma Italy after Switzerland SF4 Emma Kosovo one Entimante and watch Ukraine and Sulusu 2-0 Emma Maya you from France na under France game Ebasun Michael Olise and a share first goal and sana ye baby game no 82nd minute and a Kylian Mbappe at the second goal as also Emma France mino at the under France ekwawe wo shemie no Emma Ukraine omantimante na Nyankopon ya aduma ene matches ebebaso Europe na de tell say nebo 1 o'clock PM Latvia fie omone Serbia enebo and watch 4 o'clock PM 2 games ebaso na Armenia ebetene fie omobo Portugal na for England fie omone Andorra game abaso afi de tell say about 6:45 PM Austria fie omobo Cyprus afi omaya from say Ireland omobo Hungary na for San Marino omone Bosnia and Herzegovina sa game abaso na no peyere wonsem emetie fo nyina show no so Nyankopon ya aduma watchina Sunday Georgia ebo Bulgaria and watch Lithuania and Netherlands enebo North Macedonia ebo Liechtenstein Belgium ebo Kazakhstan Germany and Northern Ireland Luxembourg ebo Slovakia Poland and Finland na for Turkey mine omoni Spain sa game abaso ene wonsem pina emetie fo nyina show no so live on Nhyira 104.5 FM na Andra Kylian Mbappe akwani bobo hey Andra one share second goal at France. Now when him say so far Kylian Mbappe was 51 goals at France. Now Osha France omabakwa semua Kylian Mbappe Wabaya second player watai wani Thierry Henry I was more goals at France. Now so far Olivier Giroud one anashe more goals at France omo national team no na was 57 goals in 137 matches. After Thierry Henry atosumienu 51 goals in 123 matches. Kylian Mbappe one was 51 goals in 100 and I say was 51 goals in 91 matches. Next Arantia fans say Kylian Mbappe what the fewer matches and I say 51 goals or the compare Arantia fans say Thierry Henry and I say we just say the enoma esi kwedi and I say enchebian Arantia fans say Kylian Mbappe one ever be all-time top scorer at France and ano payare wonsem emetie fo nyina show no so na yeka Kylian Mbappe wonse unim say Mbappe were the only player we are say our hat-trick UEFA Champions League knockout stage our sabo hat-trick World Cup knockout stage na obekia emina bi team you from say Paris Saint-Germain wo wɔn ɛhyɛ team from say Barcelona 4-1 na company ɛna saa game ɛba so Kylian Mbappe ɛbɔ hat-trick obɛka 2022 World Cup final Kylian Mbappe ɛbɔ hat-trick ɛde ti Argentina eti wɔyɛ the only player ewiase wɔyɛ saa record mmiɛnsa no pɛyɛ de wɔn nsɛm ɛma tiefo nyina ɛwɔ show no so na under France ɛwɛ ne deɛ ne mom ɛnoma sisi ɛwɔ game no first of all mame abranteɛ fɛn sɛ Ousmane Dembele Andra Ousmane Dembele ekoprai na the test second half and okonya hamstring injury and of film na Desiree Doué one surprise one year first half and a uniform na almost say a calf injury and a brand fans Desiree Doué okonya ye na your poor game no and a manager fans Didier Deschamps I say your fan to be say a brand fans Ousmane Dembele woma ka chance boy and return and co Paris Saint-Germain na omo question na a brand fans Desiree Doué when you omugusu assassin we gidi pass a medical team e France omo football federation na omo campono won be sha brand fans Desiree Doué na manager say what is nkofo ka say DNT and oba brand fans Ousmane Dembele na wose fan to be no say Dembele ne hunya enkabon omono na Dembele ka chance bono betima abo enunti na obo Ousmane Dembele wagidi e pass decision bi o take bia no from medical point of view wagidi e pass MC France omo medical team no won ene ka kire manager fans Didier Deschamps say abrante fans Ousmane Dembele bono obetima abo enunti na obo enti we no bi emblem na injury na abrante fans Ousmane Dembele enyaye no player bi o wiase bi ono so betu anya san injury ni bi enti enya ne fault eno aye manager je fans Didier Deschamps na ena no pay Paris Saint-Germain omo jabruta womo gidie pass asemi omo kan na piaji foni gidie pass abrantia fence Ousmane Dembele ono kura na opradada enti tema call up no ebeba so no omni kan ka che Didier Deschamps say abrantia wontimi mobo efamati oman from say France enti ebeya omonyini free squad nemom de ten say France for entie na omde ne koboye na omosia fanto obianim say first of all abrantia fence Ousmane Dembele na opra enu achi omosia fanto obianim say na wabre enti omonim de entie Didier Deschamps selecting say gomesia kan ema fama France na ogidie pass omo foto no na omo say yemfa to obianim say sa no mana asi no womo ebedi nkomo nyame aduma ene Saturday nkomodie ebekoso between Paris Saint-Germain openia fans Nasser Al-Khelaifi and of sporting director fans Luis Ocampos nkomodie ebekoso na nkomodie ebekoso de me say kan say wo make komadwene e de ache France for the person say asem omo kan na omo ntie na Paris Saint-Germain for them say enye players ni kwa ene pro andra and a PSG e de ban say wo mo manager na ye fan say Luis Enrique wono so akwa na on say Luis Enrique oyobi a bicycle wo pani twe pa na andra ye say Paris ene ne montene so opani fans Luis Enrique wo kwatwi bicycle ekonya accident na accident na onya de me say kan say e serious enti Paris Saint-Germain for ediaba say omo say e fracture collarbone eno ena wo pani fans Luis Enrique akonya na afei eno mo koye surgery na omo hu say opani fans Luis Enrique anya bia no stand be eno betena nchen na tembe eno beba na de tiene say Luis Enrique onya no nko ana manager edema Paris Saint-Germain wakonya injury obekia 2020 Champions League final baso Estadio Dalu Sporting and I say Lisbon genya Paris Saint-Germain won any team from say Bayern Munich and a boy na obekia before say Champions League final ever baso na that time Paris Saint-Germain omo manager first Thomas Tuchel na wakoko player was share protective boot enti when any first time Paris Saint-Germain womu coach akwako pranti Paris Saint-Germain dem say womu coach dem say also mo ya hwe na no pay no jade won sem ematiefo nyina e show no so na yefro ne enko Chelsea na ukwa Chelsea say Raheem Sterling say Chelsea for no womu nya hu ba bia e say Raheem Sterling oko na mimi ka say Raheem Sterling oko Chelsea je say 2 years contract e Chelsea na they ten say every week waje 300,000 pounds eti Chelsea for the GDA pass sikana e osoro eti e say Brand first Raheem Sterling women jana kwan emaneko na Raheem Sterling say otena Chelsea 2 years na kana wo benya 30 million pounds na mom Chelsea for ni GDA process kana wasoro enti on person o money Raheem Sterling e negotiate na o terminate the contract edema no na contract termination Chelsea e person o ye edema Raheem Sterling o say wo be ban 10 million pounds na mom okọ boy na so e de me say kan eni say Raheem Sterling GDA process 30 million e bi wom it is a ban and I say team from say Chelsea epese wo mu terminating the contract ade man dia ene e wo so mutum enya sa de obetena na waje ne 30 million pounds eno aye Ryan Sterling eno wachi Abrante offense Axel Disasi wono so ati obeka last season wokobo loan ade ma team from say Aston Villa na waba Chelsea entiman tono nemo mu ko Europe make say transfer window aklosi nemo de ten say woko take ya sell transfer window de me say kan nyame aduma 11th of September and a transfer window e close e Turkey eno wachi Saudi Arabia ebe close 12 September and Chelsea for episode omoton Axel Disasi either say omo de be Turkey and as Saudi Arabia na de me say kan say be sector for any abrepa wo mo say oba Turkey wo mo quota players omo e foreigner na ye register omo edema and as Turkish club no omo say say 14 na say Turkish Football Federation omabiam area ko 15 enti sa one slot na aka no ompese gomede sane Abrante offense Axel Disasi na obesi aka enema be sector se na no pay no jere wonsam ematefo nyina e o show no so afa Oro Romeo andra ena bansa for ne ba say woma terminate boy ne contract area ma no na we a mutual agreement ena mo ye enti say make us Abrante offense Oro Romeo we a free agent na yese contract termination say 28th of August and a basa for a nemum. The second say communication won add to Andra and Omodibaya say Abrante offense Oro Romeo woma terminate the contract el basa na oko basa as say after Abrante offense Inigo Martinez ekoye no the second say basa for say omo new center back na your 5 players a basa for Edo Matu say womunyamu baako omope baako Abrante offense Gonzalo Inacio Wasinaka Edema Sporting Lisbon and watch Murilo Santiago Costa dos Santos wobo Edema Nottingham Forest afe Luis Gustavo Benetti Wasinaka Edema Palmares Mark Gay wobo Edema Crystal Palace and afe Lucas Berardo Sinakan Edema Paris Saint-Germain we 5 center backs abasa for no womo GDA pass omunyamba kwa bibia be kama Edema Bansa na Marcus Rashford wobai no eno man shedan fai Emmanuel Bansa na de me say can say meeting abaso between manager first and say Flick on Marcus Rashford na de me say can say meeting abaso warning ebam na warning ebam say and say Flick e ka che Marcus Rashford say woman gini wuye pa omagidi pa say we excellent player nimam say bono opeso nya bi bo Bansa e was say one we improve physically and of mentally ni nyina e also improve ansana Bansa for emaname enya konya sinakan adama Bansa na no peyere wonsem emetifo nyina e show no so na Bansa players say epra ene home pa na ukọ Bansa meme say kan say Alejandro Badi wapra a hamstring injury and what Gavi Onosu anya knee injury. Abrante offense Frankie Dion. Woman say a glute discomfort. And of Lami Yamal onosu anya back discomfort. And this are 4 players in Oko Bansa. Woman play so far omintimi mobo. And from a team from say Bansa. Na Bansa and Valencia. Obeka Gabi Turam. Ebe story Edman say Bansa for a contemplate this game no. One person omobo El Johan Cruyff Stadium. Nemum de me say can say La Liga for no. Womu enya omunya fam anase womu ema Bansa clarification ometimabo Valencia game ewo Estadio Johan Cruyff na de me say can say say improvement in the bebre naba nemum clarification enemba na ansana clarification ebeba so no e wo say gomudi kan audit na for inspection ekoso sa inspection de me say kan nyame adom say every Monday eko ena La Liga company for no gom kwakwa audit ena for inspection ewo omakwa audit na for inspection ewo study Johan Cruyff enti sanu mani nyina kwaso ombe se gombe approve stadium ama Bansa etima body a emre ene nkrabia ene ba kire na ukọ Manchester United a new goalkeeper aba Jefrano Seni Le Mans na Le Mans aba no say Manchester United goalkeepers no kuma kwa 3 Seni Le Mans e ho eno achi atai e ho ena afi Abrante offense Andre Onana wono so e Manchester United for GDA pass 3 goalkeepers yi womo timi nyizo mo nyina ema na nye enti e wo se Andre Onana ene atai womo timi ton baako na already medical catch so okọ Turkey transfer window no womo nyan close eno achi Saudi Arabia eno so omo nyan close ye enti Manchester United say mantie womo ya no e ɛwɔ sɛ Andre Onana ɛne Atai wɔn tɔn baako enti woyɛ United supporter na wankasa de wadwen kyeraba between Andre Onana ɛne abranteɛ fɛn sɛ Atai wɔn ɛna wɔsi ɛtɔn ɛma ne free United ɛkɔ ɛyɛ mmerɛ ɛne nkrabɛ na ɛbɛkyɛ na anɔpa yi yɛre wɔn nsɛm ɛma tiefo nyina ɛwɔ show no so na wokɔ United States of America deɛ mimi sɛ kan sɛ League Cup game ɛno ɛyɛ final ɛba so na final ɛba so na sɛ last week ɛna final ɛba so na yɛnya Settle Sounders wɔn ne Inter Miami ɛna bɔyɛ na game ni ba na wie na Settle Sounders wɔn ahyɛ Inter Miami 3-0 agye League Cup na ɛsi wɔn na so na incident bebre esi wo game num dedi kan abrante fa se Sergio Busquets de me se kan se okoto twede na twede okoto yin woto ade bo abrante fa se Obed Vegas na yese ponche pa akwa na funu panyan ema na funu hunan ema asem no omode to se omba bedi de to sumi no Luis Suarez na Suarez de sabi mumfa nchame yese okoto ntesuo egu obi so ema asem no ekwe bisi basa e United States of America na Andra ena omotena asem no so na suspension akọ ede ma brante fa se Luis Suarez na Suarez de omo se 6 matches omo suspend no wotimi mobo efoma Inter Miami eno achi abrante fa se Sergio Busquets wono so 2 matches wotimi mobo efoma Inter Miami nemo mni nyina mu no ebe apply ana say de me say kan say League Cup games no eho na suspension on ba apply na say matches ebeba so bebre na nkasa eho Inter Miami omo league na nkasa mu no gom ebetimi abobi nemo League Cup games ni de abrante e fan say Luis Suarez and of Sergio Busquets gom entimi mobi na no pay no jade wonsem ematefo nyina e shows na Richard Omidisi na de ten say ene 9 years pepepe Obeka Messi retire. Okay. Omulusu Copa America final and my Chile.
And a chairman's own mobile.
No, so I retire.
Was there no Copa manager?
Fast forward. And Obeje Copa America 2. Yeah. And Argentina. And Waji World Cup. And Argentina. And you offense you, Anna. So the baby, and then 3 days. I was born the last game. It was Argentina soil. And Argentine football, and as Argentine national team. Anti Ocean Diana said, Yamia Duma, wake up in a bus. No,
sure.
Also, Argentina go in the
because on the World Cup Nanope. And then Yamia and Aduman J. It is all called next year, the no into me and I think it's okay. When the applause are high, you leave.
And you're not going to retire. Also, already Dimaria retired. Otamendi so retired. Into Munina.
All right. Now say United Diano. You goalkeeper between Onana and Atai. Oh, Giampa Moy. Yama Honenko.
Some was a ball playing goalkeeper.
Yeah, you see, I know the answer. That's you. Amai Unana nemze
Timope bo catching
omu package no number tomai
omu se akire ya
e bie package na enye de na epani
omu se akire ya omu de mamu on a more serious note I think say United backline nye anything that expose you around defense Unana sa no
and I agree with you Unana on sign no we are talking about a goalkeeper or the Inter Milan Echo the UEFA Champions League final.
Or the Ayas Echo UEFA Champions League semi-final. You
see? So on your goalkeeper was Sasa. I think I agree with you. You're back for an and goalkeeper be so difference in ya always we exposed.
Yeah.
So what I say me there say Ubusamia make us yama time uncle. In terms of experience, the Onana enya or the European League in no. A time no be. As I say, no. Other goal post in my house are branching no. We jittery.
And upon us all experience, upon all experience, I will not win now. So now, we said,
yeah. United for some Bama goalkeepers in me. Aquano Macofan Naba, me, I
say Aquano.
Oh, my son, dear mine. We should maintain Unana. Na so me be according to my time. And some comments. Manchester United from tissue between Onana and then Atai. Why and Manchester United in penny for Jano Quine Emma on so in free a to bit with the message number our YouTube in Sha TV. Now I can kind Eddie Ama Francis Sakite say hello, good morning guys. Good morning Francis Sakite. I'm so share live I will Dubai that's pa around anytime via Facebook YouTube or live I will share a show. Thank you very much, bro. Where's the Kingsley Lawson? I said the best sports station in Ghana. And now they are bringing Abigail from Poma. Watch you live from Spain, Barcelona. Thank you very much for your good work. God bless you so much. Keep it up. Okay. Amen. 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 Peter Alafo, I say Onana must go. Ibrahim Gausu, United should sell a tie. Okay, and also at the Abraham Muhammad Isa said, Massa Onana was so rough. Okay, and also at the Abraham who bet me the message number. Our YouTube Nhyira TV. Now I can kind at the American edition of Nhyira Guitar Passports. That's so at Tinkunuma, the amount. The farmers in the bra. Teach you Manchester United for no between Andrew Onana and Atai. Why and this one the engine because it's a Turkish league no transfer no omunklosi. Samson Saudi Arabia. Almost omupo league and also inclusive. Inti possibly goalkeepers ne betimi aton e ba ko diama take for na say Saudi Arabia omo e clubs no inti for message no brand yen kan fama ho and say dey say Man U onapo and on so e dey abryan the push is ministry rich come to Chelsea me mada Chelsea anya club am pe bako abrantie I say Onana should clearly stay. Just build a solid defense. I agree with you. James Nante, I say Onana must go. Mensa Brampa, Chelsea. Hey, young Chelsea. I said, okay. All right. White Angel said there, I say, attend there. Plan bang. But leave. Uncle them gra. All right. Who's about to do master do Abba and I said, Onana must go. Richard Bampo. I say, hey, Manchester United preparing for championship. All right, enough of the messages now. Yen started discussing. I'm saying, Ayala will be coming. Oh, okay. Good morning.
Good morning.
I want to say,
Yanko Padu me.
And then I'm saying, gain up as well can be done.
You see, yes, will be entitled to na drink.
Okay.
But say ye ba radio so say o kire wa adwen na wa backing with the enti a wo kire wa adwen ko a certain direction.
Sure.
Na metie o mu goalkeeping issue.
Yeah.
Na I say udidin e bully one of the goalkeepers.
I know.
Which me no wanya.
Okay.
The entire me no wanya say. Rich. Between mo two goalkeepers. Mo kofa mo ba ko by power with high hopes. Tiani kaye as a world class goalkeeper. Mo de ne by say undoubtedly on am number one choice. Ataya o kana say me Rich mo de ne by as backup. Ntu be kom kra no ne salary a woje no I say bia wo cho na na de mu be say 5 ansa no man back. Say if the amike nyina ye fact dia Rich say a bedroom rebi na omumienu etimi tigina say afa ye compete am was ye take decision e ma ba kokodia Rich then why do you want us to keep the ye kofa na ba no ni enim say ono de ono ye first choice a chinie bi enimu a ye man sika as such it doesn't make sporting this sense and it doesn't make financial sense. So now the team are dropping a level ba be do say Manchester United must choose between or no any other idea. Rich, then it's a simple decision. He must leave.
Sikasa me no ya. But se bas sporting sense I also disagree with you.
You see?
Because all the two goalkeepers, and only say one of our games, I've forgotten your game now, boy, you know. Your coach, after the game, I said, I time they were the goal post in the ball, a goal post, none of them,
You see?
because the goalkeeper is too jittery.
It is the same thing with Onana now.
Onana, yeah.
Rich.
Onana, the
Onana.
I tell you, I am going
because he a compilation of goals Onana consider. Rich. Nana say money say Greenby or say Grimsby.
Fourth tier.
We go to consider here. What is the difference between Onana and
Nhyira?
Rich? You see? Yeah. Unu say Onana. Sporter or occupying tina muntimin kofa world class goalkeeper man. Last time we saw just a man kofa Emiliano Martinez.
Yeah.
Manchester United at Tenahama Donnarumma and Wabedaho. I'm Oko City. Abren and Sia City Akoto, probably the best goalkeeper from the championship in Trafford. Abo Mutimu and Komugini say, Ono Komudini go. But Donnarumma Wabedaho, look at how swift that City Akoto. She Arsenal and Sia Yedi Arsenal Komo. Show me two goalkeepers, Raya and Kepa. Very, very outstanding two goalkeepers for Arsenal. Liverpool carry Nkakura. Mamadashvili and Alisson. Now the reason why Manchester United Muntimi and yes I baby say oh compared to my competitors it's just one person, Onana. Rich, so Onana free man you see as a Kim. Man you will be forced to go and bring a top-notch goalkeeper. And Anya Shekwano, probably you consider say Mark and Ter Stegen ba. No Barcelona na so yeah. More than beba. And he's a top goalkeeper. Intermediate Masama making it. Expectations are any the level of Onana why ko find buy no. Rich. So what Timia drop here men ne. Ye de ne toto goalkeepers be say atai na say enyi ba akoma ne nkodi ha. Then he has failed too much. You say to whom much is given, much is expected.
Sure.
And this is balance. Maybe away. Why would we have to compare you to these kind of goalkeepers? But if that is your level, they are.
So, yeah, pardon Onana. With the current situation at Manchester's home,
Rich.
The team is not performing.
Rich.
The entire team.
Rich. I remember a classical example. Today, one air Ghana a national team number one goalkeeper, Benjamin Asare.
Hasufuk.
Unim Tima Ofrima has Kotor, Great Olympics. Olympics are go relegation.
I know I'm going relegation.
Olympics no one consider goals power league him. But didn't we see Benjamin Asare say or a good goalkeeper? We saw it. And because of Sir I know, look, Benjamin Asare today. On your national team goalkeeper simply because Odama has Rich Ostanse will pay the dues even at Olympics. The point I want to make is say you can be in a bad team, but we will know you are a good goalkeeper.
Onana why bad sir?
Goalkeeper ya na nsema ko fani. Samen so say
Samen yeah.
Moko fani free Belgium.
Sure.
Anderlecht.
Royal Antwerp.
Antwerp one. Rich, is Antwerp one of the best teams in Europe? No. Antwerp and Gabon. But we've seen the good in the goalkeeper. And I'm a
sure.
Oko La Liga anymore. Rich, last season, only maybe Espanyol here. But didn't Barcelona recognize Juan Garcia and say he's a very, very good goalkeeper? What I'm saying is, even with a bad team, say, oh, a good goalkeeper.
Okay.
And we shouldn't be making excuses, say, Man U team is bad. Yes, the team is bad. But Onana too is very, very bad in post.
Joseph Owusu Akuto. I said, no, Richardo. I disagree with you on this perspective. Onana is not fit for purpose.
Yes.
He must go. Bainda can still back up.
Meaning he 100%. Onana baby go foul by Sometimes he finalist. One of the best goalkeepers in the world.
Hey, Unana.
Why you be a Judin? Lamasia goalkeeper ko Gaias.
My
you final. Massa. My work for free taba.
Disappointing ni pao. Unana.
Very and so Rich. Now I say ne the Onana scale wabe genius scale tugu muni the away nyina. So wabe do this level here compare no. Say o se century and sa kebi mano.
No, sir, at a point my United transfer say David here and you're fit for purpose. And you will not have them. You
see, David, yes, this is Sibia. May be about a mabom. And I'm with us who and no, we are into the piano, me both for everything. Ah, you go to propose your man and cock. Where? Go for Nana Betreso. Where? Enra. I was reading Build in Germany.
Okay.
Rich. And they were giving serious revelations about why I'm Leverkusen Rich. Among on any team no and omo ye adwuma players ne officials wo team ni ne omo ense da envelate wo normal. Very very normal. So I feel na my baby me strike acquaintance very normal. Say the tactics and the training methods and a players in the complaining because or your new coach after we introduce you man a normal. But Rich, the moment you be revealed say I say he is pushing Leverkusen and signing players to do na from the agency. That one is a big issue. And unim say maybe catch you time I'm signing Rasmus Holland. Say Rasmus Holland belong to the same agency as Eric Ten Hag, and it's a guy Africa. Rich a guy big scandal.
But how's the coach be? Honestly, the same thing. No, the agency be at the house place.
Big issue.
Hey, serious issue.
And he said, me taste how about Charlie. Charlie, we you started say the for say. Who your favoritism and who the team need your business for agency near there. Rich and now who call baby and where they pow.
No buy play be uncle fan flyers. Play a beer from my ass. Are they? Did they be Musa and Jakwe? Are they? Oh, you're coach, you know. Apart from a player, baby.
And you see, Rich, it wasn't even as if say players now all recommendation go for Mumfrey Ayas, you know. Were part of Nancy's recent Ayas golden generation, you know. Yeah. And yes, Ayas now, or do Mukobo, the semi-final for the Champions League, you know.
Say, you know.
What you say? And yes, I delete the young Lashon, Mu Ayas, no, David Neres.
Or no, Ankasani Van de Beek. Oberton Manchester.
Went to me.
When Jimmy improved his Arman Coy.
Went to
everything had. I just have how many hey. We didn't be no problem, Debia.
My you dear, Lucrania, the way you've run the club, both on the sporting level and on the financial level, dear. Baby, I'm way dear, Rich. Mobile, Branson, I'm sorry. Mobile, papa. Especially so where senior Liverpool money, other clubs, Munoma Arsenal, Muno Media, Rich. Mobile bread.
Randy Keys, I say, Richard, at this point, do you still want to argue Onana is better goalkeeper than Sanchez? Yes, our comparison, no, Pacho.
Onana is another 50 years. Robert Sanchez, Chelsea.
Oh, this same platform.
Nancy, and Jekra.
Oh, sir.
I'm a police statistics.
And yet, there are rumors moving
Robert Sanchez right after FIFA Club World Cup. Now, FIFA way.
Now, Sanchez, na yala diano ay.
FIFA way.
Maybe now I'm never casting your mom video.
No, but I was one yes argument. Was it the moment I'm going to say yes argument?
So, Emmanuel Ofori and he will say Onana is very poor. The here was minding the post. With his bad defense, but he was seen as the best.
Yes.
As a man,
exactly. You can be seen as
the same Manchester United team are not performing. So we saw the year.
I think 2 seasons in a row. The year was voted the best player at Manchester during Omo Awards night. the goalkeeper. Everybody saying, even with good teams, the BIM say even the Paris Saint-Germain Champions League. Rich, when you are ranking their best players, Donnarumma say you goalkeepers now say, and he said the new Mohona, they be able for attackers, no more goals near there. Donnarumma should simply be the best player ever Paris Saint-Germain last season.
Sure.
Even in a good team, say good goalkeeper that Poma, you will see.
I grant Chelsea for no, me see BBI United, I Chelsea. Enti Onana no, I had the chess and chess. Take it or leave it. Maybe I don't know. Mupa Munkochepo. Onana had the chess and chess. All right. Isaac and I say, hey, Richardo, my day. Ernest, I say Onana is terribly bad. Oh my goodness. Hey, Akwe Asa. Enough of Onana Atai discussions, you know. Na yemfa emedi the Black Stars of Ghana. Ahun enkomo enema catchem say no issues no do so pa anti so nyam kire na yefa ni dina one after the other. But me pese ye shall say as usual from the budgeter. Ghana efe no eye de koma the sports ministry ni abani dina say yemfa emo the child game. Now, according to the minister, me person make figures and answer. Yenkotie the sports minister, Nhyira Kofi Adams. Ebra ode yem budget for child game ni etu dano. Na yeba yemfa breakdown no emamo na a discussion so no entu aso emfa ema. But before no, na His Excellency John Dramani Mahama ebia na unim reason ti asese Ghana yem budget ansa na yakobo game no. His Excellency John Dramani Mahama and now so no na brace there was the Minister of Youth and Sports said anytime biano onye accountable to the people or the nation na yenhunu game bia Black Stars bebu biano yenhu sika o mino and so spending or Black Stars team no and so and enti yenkwa na yenkote His Excellency John Dramani Mahama and sana the budget announcement no ya boy no and so etimi edi amamo His Excellency John Dramani Mahama.
Next month, the senior national team, the Black Stars, which is now a pale shadow of its former glory, will play 2 World Cup qualifying matches. I've instructed my office and the Minister for Sports and Recreation to hold the Ghana Football Association accountable to the people of Ghana as we prepare for these games, especially regarding the budget of the FA. There will be no secrecy in how much the government spends on the national teams. The budgets presented by the FA and other sports associations must be known by the public. After all, it is the taxpayers' funds that are used to fund these activities.
Okay, and His Excellency John Dramani Mahama, President Edema Oman Ghana, and also this time there's no secrecy. And I said, Yam Fabibia ain't see a young minor. Bibia ebe transparent amubia husika yebo anase eka yebo Black Stars team no enso eho nti ho ene kofa aye the budget issue ehun sensemi enso edi ebaye now yenkotie Nhyira Kofi Adams ebra ode budget no nsem no enso edi tudana afi yemfa and started discussion to efefi ho.
So ladies and gentlemen, I can take you through a few of the things. For example, Ghana versus Chad, which is the away game that will be played on the 4th September. The original estimates for that game was about $1,239,090. But after we went through it and took off what we thought must be taken off, this was reduced to $856,890 US dollars, meaning that per the arrangement that His Excellency have directed us to work with, a savings of 382,200 was realized in the way. This was done through either reduction of some of the items, line items, or completely taking some of them off because we think that we can meet them through other processes.
Okay. And the Honorable Kofi Adams, Sports Minister, and now the Sanchimi at the mine. Now, according to the minister, I say every no budget on the buy no. Now, I have $1,239,090. And now, every no at the bar name. I'm not here. I'm share budget no, and you may be wha. Yi film, a bit so on my motor so. I'm not taking in the so no. Now, every $1,239,090, no, about $856,890. Now, just say, you realize it, $382,200. And now, a day every the budget, every no, and so at the bread, the ministry, and after abandon say, and no near the babo, a child game, no. Now on bonuses and the per diem, my players and the technical team, and also Nhyira Kofi Adams on bonuses and then per diem.
Per diem for players is $150 per day. The technical officials take $200. Incidental expenses is $20,000. Bonus for players is $5,000. So if they win, because that is the position of the minister and all of us here, when they win, we'll give them $5,000. The head coach takes $10,000. The assistant coaches take $5,000. The other category of technical officials and have $4,000, and that's all. So when you add all these, you multiply it by the numbers in each level. That's where you have the $856,890 for the Ghana-Chad game.
Okay, and the Nhyira Kofi Adams on per diem and the bonuses for the team, no. Say na ochiem or say players no say omotu kwan ko obi krom dada akoma ye bom no omotu sorry bia akoma Ghana ye bom no players ebeje $150 or sorry bia na wache technical team no enso ebeje $200 ani per day afei ebani bonuses players no I'm catch them some more $5,000 instead of the $10,000. If you know a proposal here, I say head coach. I'm say none of the near 20,000. I'm catch the F and he said, "Debbie, I'm going to meet you at 20, but I'm going to $10,000." And the ama utuado. Inti enona ministry no. Edi two more. I say assistant coaches no. I'm also there no. You catch them say you be more $5,000. And no, the assistant coaches, and the other categories, as in the technical officials, no, so ebenya $4,000. So na benya the team doctor, the case manager, the mazia for no ne, omo makani na no, omo edna omo the $4,000 na budget in sense me buy edna enim penifo do edin komo. First one, engineer Kwabena Japan, as you say, Ojina say MPP4 engine at the flag bearer. Now unto Franca and Farmer MPP Bra, Yabatuaba and so abo MPP Kunum engineer Kwabena Japan Yinti on so budget since me say and on so a hunafi Yemfantuan common so and Farmer.
Well, I think it's in line with transparency. I always believe in transparent governance, so I don't have a problem with that. And I have served as Black Satellites Management Committee member and Black Satellites Management Committee member. We didn't used to take any allowances. We did it from our hearts because we felt a sense of pride just serving our nation. So I don't feel that as a big issue. I don't want us to place too much emphasis on money. Let's concentrate on the football, get the coaches focused, and the players should be also well built for this tournament, it's an opportunity for them to showcase themselves. And soccer has become big business now, and most of them are earning quite well. And they should see this opportunity to appear for their country as a shot in their arm. It adds to their CV as who they are and appreciates their value as football players. So I think most importantly, they should focus on working hard and should be prepared to die a little for our country.
Okay. Engineer Kwabra Japan. And now on de na about on the budget. Or say what is this nipa because timing no was wrong or say no timing no bibia e wo ho enye. Also no de odne ministry ni abani na eya adwen transparency de hu hia pa. O se Ghana fo hu sika sen na ye spend e wo eye in place no any Black Stars team no. But also my dwell so much on sika. Na ye my attention on qualifiers no. Na baby some mutie ya na or catch a players and say omo fan show mutim say look walk up no mumu players ni muhia because abama muaidu enti omunyi sika sem ni bibia nto nchen na omunyina omo so betimi abo qualify Ghana akobo nyame yadoma 2026 World Cup ebekoso about Canada, US and then Mexico. And yenko kane kasama for the man the Ghana Football Association Ibrahim Sani Dara. Anonso say obibika edefa budget no hunsen no. Yentia Ibrahim Sani Dara on the budget.
Which military has been so foolish in the history of mankind to announce the reduction of the military salaries on the eve of a war? Have you ever heard it? I read history at Presec. Which military in the history of mankind has been so foolish to announce the reduction of the salaries of the soldiers on the eve of warfare? The step to take is for the minister to shut it, and let the team focus. For once, let the country focus. Let the country be behind the boys. Let the boys focus. Let's all back the team. Let us qualify to the World Cup.
Okay. Eti Sani Dara say on the minister enya dwen bako. Also the timing was so wrong because they say when common I differ Black Stars and why. It looks like the attention has been shifted from game na aye kobo the qualification aye kopeno to the budget sikasem. That's what we say a simple question. Sabi yenina ye ba wiase sa soja for kontokwa na ya ba bonten na bia a minister of defense abetena aye a TV so also a soja for no akono amoko no empadimfo no de budget say ne ba na nso ne se atwitwam say ne de mom o se ebinsi ba bia da nti den na Black Stars de amukobo game a yeso ade omusika sama beto abonten ama ye twene sere ne abasa o se oni minister ne abani nyina no enye adwene. The timing was so wrong and abasa the attention I will say nya at the core games and the qualification so no about shifted and some in no so gina he obetimi do message na ba our YouTube Insha TV na yakinkan at the amount ayala me start at the FO what ye minister ebra oya announcement what ye era kwabna AJ Japan kwabna AJ Japan and what Ibrahim Sani Dara kwabna AJ Japan say oni minister na ya adwen time dear ben debut Ghana fo hia se omuso behu sika yebo ewo anase ka yebo wo Black Stars team no ho then Sani Dara say oni minister no enso nya adwen.
Rich, first of all, in Kuntabu, dear, Sir Uyetsima Mufua, na ye kotua bayi a month for be say for me the government of the day. Timemufo no edimande enkuntabuo efri mpanyimfo a yato abane de on man we ya show monsa and out of respect any recognition for sa nkuntabu na manfo no ehwehwe free abinance no eno ene ma his excellency John Dramani Mahama instruct say a free necro as part of the government as I say ono ene the leader of it no omo peso omo bunkunta e de kiro manfo no eno nti ye ya wo sports ye chefa ene say a free necro national team titiru blasters emu kuntabu no ombebu e de akiro manfo Norwich no one meaning Ghanaian Ghana ni mapa ni bia ni wa e was original in kuntabuo of our national teams. Oh yes, sir, then you are not being a good Ghanaian. Ghana ni mapa. O say you are not interested. Say a baby spend usika on national team. Na obu nwa kontari achiro. Menya sure say ye menya bi. Until last time so oba kan me catch us say even with this debate in diverse opinions, see, nobody has said or ye against accountability. Because nobody can say that. And kuntabuano obi ni Ghana how obeka say idea enye a very very good thing to do and Ghanaians will continue. See ye be busa say ye sika ye use on national team no say and ye use no. There is no problem with that. Now Rich on the same principle of inkuntabuano. Since His Excellency John Dramani Mahama and making some instructions, you know. That is not the first time I hear about Blasters game. Yeah. Yabo BHM.
Yabo 4.
Yes. Yabo Madagascar. Yabo, I think, Chad. Yakobo Unity Cup. Ewo London. Against Nigeria. Against Trinidad and Tobago. Within the same period, under 20 Black Queens. Mibusao. Sa enkuntaburo. Sa time no. Ediena na ewo hontia. Honorable Kofi Adams failed to give us those accountability. And you see, say yeah, dear be not say yeah, no. As a matter of instruction, any principle, then which we don't do it at our convenience. Anytime I open, and time His Excellency MK's our instructions, no. I about first blasters, second blasters. Now see I Black Queens for no court tournament. Our a man Afcon. Any adina not in Kuntabuni man. Sagam. Rich, what are we supposed to do with it? Sagam. I dikaino. What are we supposed to do with it?
Maybe a minister felt okay that time man. And so what's your public now will be able to questions. Minister, President Akacha say, or no time idiot, Bua contact today. But Yabo games be a yentia with the bubia and Obaka Minister Crade response by so, dear, Yabe and he say, Yakobo game. Na chin and say about discuss a budget. Maybe after some minister, after Tottenham. Even Ebiam a great disservice to the country. This time, I mean the right thing.
So the whole canon, and the American is the same thing.
Okay.
Say the instruction was to him. The principles is well established. Say also you buakonta. But you see, since Minister Kofi Adams idi eba into power no, Rich, sir accountability as some he is doing it at his convenience.
Time on pay.
Edu time bi a wo say onyi ni say hu hia. Edu time bi a wo say o afede me gini say hu hia. In public service, you don't do that. Because the service now you are rendering is to the Ghanaian people, not to yourself. So you don't do it at your convenience. He is doing Nejuma in the context of the accountability too much at his convenience. And it is time Ghanaians tell him that. And me assure say on rich. Say kawaya consistent and by this time and kasa period we and ka trust and come with that.
Samu.
Oh, rich. Senka oba no. Your first match against Chad and a pa obema your accountability. Your second game against Madagascar and a pa obema your accountability. Blasters here to Koyako land in Akobo those unity matches and obey my accountability. And at 20 Elko Afcon and on my accountability. Black Prince Elko and man Afcon and on my accountability. Rich, you think Senka by now? You're too familiar with the way he runs his ministry when it comes to Nkutabo to Ghanaians, and we will say it as normal. By this time, Kakoviana Sabapena, Obianim ne modus operandus. Obianim said, this is how he's coming to present it. And we would have been very, very used to. And see, for me, the first thing is that the minister of fire and Kuntabo, which Obiape, but Rich, we should tell him, say, Sam Kuntabona, Yehuanimuno. He should be consistent with it. He should be principled with it and not do that at his convenience. Then he is running the office of the ministry to himself and not to Ghanaians.
This is a train, animal.
He should come. I think say animal then or you at the press conference.
Oh, okay.
Or you boom at the press conference. Now, Rich, timing.
A breath.
Look, Mayor Nyachum, if Sabeka said timing and we here in BBA, timing is very, very important. And right here, and see, even in the Bible, God talks about timing. Say, right here, BBA. But Rich, why should the timing of minister no announcement and any accountability no? Why do we think it should be a problem? Why? Because I rich. Nobody at the FA and at the ministry say if things are done well. And the back me say by the time of Blasters, yeah, fair players na mumaba. Omuba first training session, second training session. Plenty Chad no Rich. They didn't know in share or concern no bonuses. Who can tell us that?
They knew.
They knew. The only thing that has happened was that what they know already is made public. Unless in Comodia Yedi, or be person catch them say, and she say any place in the one, and you're in the minister in the Batua Montano. Which I doubt. Rich, Maminka Eman Kofo Muti and Tini. The arrangement to say, Yabo FIFA World Cup qualifiers. Bonus for the players, I 10,000 USD. Yabo match now. Next year we near you half, which is 5,000 USD. See a match is ringing every year. Nanya Maya Dominus of Blasters are qualifier. Rich, we go back and all the games are Blasters for the winning, you know. The arrears of the 5,000, we put together and give it back to the players.
For example, any child no say you say, and now your boy your match is really every year, no, your qualifier. that game 5,000 arrears net out. You bet you
Sisi ameno kase. See a question Mali Obamako.
Sure.
Sa Mali game na boy.
You
would have paid the players $5,000. But say qualify say Morocco qualify ko World Cup here. Sa 5,000 aka yam farmer players na e be na 10,000 for the Mali game. Will be paid to them. And see, the point that I'm making is say this arrangement has been there since Qatar 2022. I call World Cup now. And in principles, this administration agreed to it. And it is over. After the minister's press conference, the next day he went to Sporty, he mentioned it. So, 5,000 years here. Name me qualify kwa. You be carbon, not the akana as akatono. You the mom. And to reach me point and they say, me where people are coming from when they raise issue of timing, because the minister is just to announce arrangements they have with the team. The players know it already. Say everything affects your performance, then the arrangement already affects it. There is nothing with Emreno. Nothing at all. Players need the year 10,000, I actually my 5 no. Otuado the year 20. Rich Yachema in the 10. Other backroom staff be saying the assistant coaches near the Ninano. They know the arrangements. They know how much they earn when team winning match. And they know how much they earn when after qualification. Now today, the arrangement with the Black Stars Management Committee, and they say they will not take winning bonus. But eventually, team will qualify some World Cup. Rich, the ministry will find a certain bonus and give to them for managing the team to qualify for the World Cup. My point is that these arrangements are known to the players, to the officials, to the management committee. And so people Montino be raising issue say timing in ya. What does the timing change when the arrangement is already there and the players know? Untimin can tell me say, Rich, Jordan, I work Chad, no. Say artist Kofi Adam say, oh, Jordan, boy, ya okwakobe. Osha, mema 5,000. Mo qualify me 5,000 was a game we back one. It will be surprise to Jordan and it will demoralize him. He knows already. On him that. And those raising issue about time, Rich, they should forget about it. Now, Rich, my biggest problem. And they say, oh, near the AVCA. Come in some doors, Kakao. You let me go. I'm coming, do be a wood. So I know what me. Rich, my biggest problem, however, I say, me person me busao. Are there political undertones between the FA and the ministry? And to be why in manner. When you be home. And Tiasia be need more baby ana. Because Rich, say any political undertones there, which obia was here political science behind him. And even if you've not even learned political science, Rich, your normal knowledge actually will say when you are dealing with politicians. Rich, when it gets to time where they have to sacrifice you for themselves and power, they will do it easily. And unti se meshe Honorable Kofi Adams as a politician. Na se obasa obe presenti budgets. Na ose budgets na obe presenti no. Rich, ne approach to the presentation. And he say, me kwa catch the Ghana for say F4 no e say ne bae ana me twade anim ana me yiwe free mu ana me arrive say Rich say enye say Honorable Kofi Adams a politician na e bia there political undertones bibi wo ha me amete ara minim entia then Rich, to me it is not reasonable for the minister to come to public and announce the budget the way he did. Look, budget be on the process FM. Yeah, the proposed one, beba. wow, what the babano, you have to defend why you think say item we, and what's your just say item we, and what's your just say. Who defending you now? Nadia Oba, Puvi budget now, or Nim Sikasem, now what honey adeno. And who come, that process we call it scrutiny of the itemized budget, no. It is also at the A, memo 2000. Because at the A now, say 2000. I didn't know you say also 2000. Also, because of so and so reason, say, oh, there be. See a far near far. At the end, I will see a memo 2000. You bet me and you be 500. And see, matches about 500. Yam per so near 500. No, all budgets in the world go through this process. Rich, every budget go through these processes. Name no, say you go through some processes. What we present is the approved one. And see, unless say there are some political undertones where Honorable Kofi Adams will want to come and preach, say, Onodo ya kunkuno F4 ye nipa bone for. And yes, to me, it was so necessary for him to come in the glare of the public to say, we are going to say by and I'm going say, at the end of the day, Rich, the final budget is what we are working with, and that is what Ghanaians want to know, and they have to know. Mibusao. In the history of this country, what did that say finance minister already budgets already the budget that concerns the whole nation. Rich, have you heard any finance minister from Nancy Honorable Atoforsen go to parliament and say Mabasa me be ready budgets into their allocations to ministries? Me fa a Greek ministry no e say in a buy. And I met you and I said, maybe I can't home. And I met you say, does he do that? It means why you're because time. You see, Rich. Because parliament, on to me, family should be one after the other, not discussing it. You see, Rich. And yet, time, I say, budget is what is approved. You go and present the approved budgets. In any case, only they tell me what's our point with, Rich. All the stakeholders in the national team, Rich. And what the responsibility to make the national team attractive. All the stakeholders. That is the reason why Maminka Wadebi Emrebi your captain Andre Ayew publicly and make statements we were press conference as say, oh, say players near Bani Bobo national team now. Yeah, Juma. Yeah. Rich, sir statement, yeah, Juma. No. What did he bring to the team? Supporters you sir. Samoye moduma dia eni ensu ebe eduma. Mo bobo emehemo. Fantastic. Come say atam nso me yemeduma. Fantastic. Emre bi atwam, Rich. Bibi biara FA president beye. Say ankoye with the public. They align it with the national team. Oh, say FA for say na maya money oma dia. Eni mo so national team no mo frɛ say edom yemra. Yes ho. The point I want to make and say the conduct of players, conduct of management committee members, conduct of coaches, any officials, conduct of FA, conduct of the ministry. When say the citizens align to those conducts, and who say Adiana, which is the product of football, are attractive to them or not, and Rich, even if it is so. For the appearance in the public space, you can be diplomatic about these things and just do the right thing because you know, say, your conduct as the minister, even though you are in the right lane to provide accountability, can affect apathy towards the team. Now, Rich, me, and with the previous one now, Minister Anyano, the skills of the man Ghana food now. I said, look. The timing I must mean for budget it's wrong. It could cause chaos to the team. That's it. Budget no come. But the timing we can do that. Which I have said. So why now? I have said enough. Now let me conclude. Just conclude. And my conclusion is to make I'll be very, very snappy about it. Okay. Rich, with all the Amakano, I go straight into the issue of now Yabun Kuntana train. Now Obia won the opinion on timing. any the approach now sports minister no at the end of the which I have shared my opinion. You can agree with me, you can disagree with me. Maybe the no also so akunya so be hold. Now Rich, let's come to the issue of your friend. I don't want to put it as fit for purpose. Maybe some value for money audit and what we can do in future. Just do two things with Mamin Kambo. Make a value for money. Rich, say me a citizen of a nation. Now you say Blasters Air Kobo Chad, Blasters Air Kobo Mali. Nabona Air Kobo the pre-qualification to the World Cup. And until ye so and so sikama way, ye cheska we am away, ye cheska we am away. Me only concern as a citizen Rich will be say sikana ye tieni no. Rich, will we be getting value for money from a taxes na ye nana? That is my simple question I will ask. Now Rich, that is the reason why me the bialada I will subject the monies that we pay and ask myself a simple question. Rich, Christopher Babunsu of Kumasi Yao. I think Nancy will buy or Bobo some community games be what tough in Potamo. Rich, Nancy Kudus buy ne community or Timo Nima. You saw him play and try to impact the community there. Rich, Zibo Nancy Feni, or you crow from boy. You know him crow from. Now the point I am making is Rich, say a Ghana. Any economic situation a woman. Even the bigger picture of the general economics in power. Now you back in the context of football. Rich, say Zibo back crow from. Na otutuneni. Na onya even a facility a crow from a standard pitch
to train.
Say Kudus ba na also what that's bobo no Sakura Park na tete no so because there have not been any special improvements in football facility e wonima. See boy si ba no mu tenu aka kudi no mu bo mu special na. Rich, are you telling me say even beyond their communities no Rich, baby a Ghana Blasters here boy ball which is the Accra Sports Stadium, Barbara Sports Stadium, the quality of the stadium. Rich, and say Thomas Tempate our Lancaster Kumasi Ekwakache Dr. Bawumia then as the vice president say Doc yeah pretty say ball Ghana and so there and yet the last time we played at the AFCON Rich we needed to go to a private facility of to Dr. Kwame Che complex to train. No man also could train you crying, Papa. Rich, you think say with all this knowledge, Rich, we can tell these players, knowing the Ghana that they come from. Say Charlie, you will never be able to fix in our football. Because I'm not talking about the larger economy. You will never be able to fix in our football. You want world-class facility to play. And you want to renovate your Accra Sports Stadium, Barbara Sports Stadium, Cape Coast Stadium, Tamale Sports Stadium. We need money to fix a lot of fundamentals. And to him, be patriotic to the nation. 5,000 and 10,000 a year, Miss Remo. Ghana's CAI, we are not in a position to pay. We can only give you 2,000. The rest of the money is your priority as a ministry. And he said, next time you will come in the next 2 years, and you will place or do a they will get good facilities in your communities. They will get good facilities to play in. As your national team.
Now go to Morocco. Facilities.
Good. And he said, so Morocco can who players $20,000 a rate. Who will raise issues? But not with a Ghana. Fundamentally, you're lacking no baby. We need money. It's your priorities, And the players understand because they are Ghanaians. They know and Rich. And your blasters but unim bibi. Me Gidi say the reason why Yentimin Kosa tangent with the players and they say, Rich, in this same Ghana, the politicians now, they will face the players to do that negotiation, you know. They take it. They spend their money. Fantastic. And they say, oh, yeah, minister say, Kim. Near say you are entitled to 2 cars. Bako 4-wheel drive, Bako saloon. You are entitled to this, you are entitled to this. How then do you go and tell the player, say, oh, minor, and that our priorities are this? And Siantin Yomaso. And to him, Rich, it goes around your leadership and what is happening. And Medima no see in the next 10 seconds, you know, Rich. Saudi Remaka, Kobe 10 years in here. We need to restructure the governance of your national team. No? Make a restructure because my time no couldn't. Let me make it in a summary form. You can restructure, Rich. What I'm talking about, and say, I was a government, national team in India. I was on and what said the management of the national team acquire for some managing. Nami Riokrano, Rich. Don't you agree with me, say the culture of yetam abayin sika abayin leading the charges to take care of the national team with abayin Ghana for sika. It has become a big problem for the national team in Kosovo. And we were able to switch to sponsorship from GMPC money, Unibank money, go face Takwa Damai, so that the monies that are spent at the national team level, no, Rich, we will not see it as your taxes. And in fact, apatibia and by you, see it is saying I expect England, come Rich, actually, Germany follow Mercedes-Benz in Volkswagen here. They are the title sponsors of the national team. They pay all the expenses. Rich, we are not able to do that. The last time we did that, Rich, Unibank was giving us $3 million a year. Ghana Blasters, how many games in a year? Your budget here, Kofi Adam say, on the average 900,000. Say 900,000. How many games do we play within a year? Sure. It is in KO 2 sponsors. Bakuma 3 million, Bakuma 2 million. Yeah, 5 million. Hey, sponsorship money. Yeah, first, yeah, some kobo, yeah, taxes move on. Yes, I know my way. Rich, do you think say any Ghanaian will even be apprehensive? So what to say? Yeah, we do blast out budget there because it is sponsorship money. I want one attraction. And it is Canada. We need to do a lot of things right. Now, me 2F4. Rich. So mupe say omani munyam sababaka. A free necro. They should present a budget with only itemized and not add figures.
Mate, good morning. Pacho na uti say
Rich, for me, I think say enough has been said about your budget in sense any whether a year na say. But in terms of Sani maybe say always very subjective and he gives valid reasons why. So Obika Cho say the minister has said before, prior to subsequent games here, boy, first time on Oba and say, okay, on who need to say the budget because a bit destabilize the team now. Then somebody who asks the question is what changed in the last few days? Say time now will say a bit destabilize the team now. Then it means that it can also destabilize the team. I don't. Exactly. I don't think say Obi said Dr. Kwambano can push say okay time no a little bit off no. I don't think say Nipa no aiding command based on say budget basa time just say the day I you mobile MIA and now say the players can't score the game. No, I think where those people are coming from is that around that time, Oma conversation around the Black Stars too chaotic, and we are in a nation that you pushing for a lot of positivity. Trust me. Why here? There are probably going to be some party members of Dr. Kofi Adams, probably people even close to President Mahama who say that okay, ABRD in a sense if you no more matches in the now if you are the 2 then we go on because the president of the land no amana a clarity and say openness, any accountability. And it looks as you say, almost yes, I know in all sectors, because there are certain parts our president has been clear. Say, all ministries near the economy move to come, or certain number of people are will be able fly first class and in recent times. So it looks as if that's the direction that the government wants to go. And off the back of the NTO power was because before there was a certain thought say the also government mismanaging yoma and sikedianis on maybe air cost in this idea you make sure say in yabaro you better it in maybe so, which is good. And you see, in your part of the world, Anna Nyachum Dawson, almost everybody wants the right thing to be done until on a police in Yachino. That's how the average Ghanaian at you. Odi Opa Rich, our callers that every day talk very visibly about Sani maybe say, the slightest of offense will be running for help. That's what I'm saying, that law, speak to the lawyers. Common sense is very important, even in law. Sometimes, and that's what makes timing very important. I can understand with Obia, when he say, yes, timing, I mean, what's the timing? We could have gone on. Many can say, timing is in you lose too much and any given exactly, but in my presentation, person man here clear. Sure. I've told you why I think we lost the game. But my own issue is that see, we didn't lose the game. Hey, we drew the game. I said, where is a loss? And I tried to do no, where is a loss? No more. Your boy do you want to believe me? So we feel. Yeah, I know when you 1 point Africa for facts purposes. So yeah. Now it's rich. Okay, that is where I'm coming from. But Ajibel, I think they see a movie on. I'm not the commentary around people's thoughts. It's not good for the team. There is a bigger task ahead. My closing statement to you on Friday was that now you 2 games. Baku on mana airful, quote unquote. And a Baku adding. I mean, relatively air 14 Mali game no. Nyana airful. Yakwa manaka kwa yedin yamae. Yentiminya the maximum point. So we have to make sure that the job is done against Mali. Because the Malian game is going to be more difficult. Mali for now are coming into the game, having beaten Comoros for 9 ages or more banging at second position. And now they are just a few points off us. You 16. Mali for only 3 points to her. It puts them in the driving seat knowing that especially when we have games to go away from home. Very, very difficult ones. And Rich, we need to make sure, say, from now, the conversation moves on from there. And I like the FA's approach in not trying to come and defend things and put out a statement and back and forth and all of those things. Those ones are not important. What is important for the Black Stars is to be able to move on from there. Rich, you see, I know they be go focus a packing kind. We have solutions to all of these problems. And again, you see, Mr. Kofi Adams, or the singular opportunity to be the best sports minister in terms of accountability in this country in recent times. Singular. Yeah. Because before and they've not been able to do it. And I don't blame them too much because my personal belief is that political will anyhow. Okay. There's no political will. So they rather dance to the tune. But it looks as if say under President John Dramani Mahama, there is the political will. It should take advantage. In taking advantage, we need to put in place structures of how things are done. That is why a lot of the people when they send budgets to the ministry, because Rich, budgets are always done. FHM, current FA, budget, and they will budget based on idea more. I don't know if you understand your American. Budget. So Kofi, say situation. Your budget is something. Before after. say you go go games. Say budget the year before. Like the call before.
Maybe the announcement of the budget. If somebody the FA will present.
Yeah.
Don't want their ministry. But what I'm saying is that they said the minister be before or after.
Which month or 1 month or a few weeks before the game, we could have come and say, so GFA4 no say almost 800,000 ekako charge the Mali game no. Almost spend say per day, almost spend say without the details.
Oh yes, so Kofi. Sir, minister yenisa, can you do this point? Me feel say baby a problem no one. When minister Nisha says oh good details.
And I make say which man buy
every funny the same buy.
Exactly.
And I me say where the to me come. Me you way almost if you be here I have $5,000.
Yeah.
Don't na Ghanaian no tifianity. Hey. Who kobo game fu on kwa obeto $5,000. Now there's some you free echo heaven.
Anything I make a choice at the end of the day.
Go gaga.
Exactly. Anything I make a choice at the end of the day. It's about making sure say you say the things as you have to. You see, anybody who listens to Mr. Kofi Adams are a political animal. Emeka Cho said he did what he did to an extent as an indictment of the elsewhere government. If you like, listen. In the press conference, he compares their spending in 2024 to 2025, saying that they approved it for them. And he says it's Osha Inosora, elsewhere the GFA buy and former government say approve more, but yet they approve it. So it can be that he's comparing say yeah governments we are doing well. But in the general sense of it, I'm a football person, I'm a politician. That's why I'm telling you that for all of that, because already the Black Stars, they bring back the love for God knows how long. Yeah, full-time love, no. So we can't be doing these things with it. Yeah. And you see what here, it always comes down to biased governments. I don't know. Most governments, when they come like this, they want to politicize the Black Stars. Use it as a tool for them. It's a Black Star shot. Oh, yeah. If it doesn't score, then after it doesn't help in the long run. We need to nationalize the Black Stars. People have not said this. Nationalization of the Black Stars as a national unifier, because Sana Black Stars they tie a king in a boom divided of religious and political and whatever colors a king boom. So if you want to nationalize the Black Stars, a be my sense of responsibility. See any nyoma ye. Okay. Into any nyoma ye na nyoma etutu senior so extra cha. It gives you the ability to now come back and says okay, and then they be saying you spend it. Okay, when qualifiers we there. I say the country is in a tough place, kaka. Let us save X amount of money. You be see invest in ABCD. Be a sports fan for you are a sportsman today. We want to put money down.
Sure.
Start it as a legacy project for yourselves. So maybe one day we'll mention your name. But we've not nationalized the Black Stars. It's important too. You see, Rich, again. But so you be say here, like I told you earlier, we don't like the truth. Everybody wants to look like the good guy. Into a beer, guys, this guy, all of those things. Everybody wants to say it.
Convenient, as of mine, and I mean, can say football people.
But is it not? Is it not just me and you again?
No, maybe you see, because the Brazil debacle, and I'm out for Kase, President Mama co-position because of that World Cup near Koi. You know, say it, yet is here say oh kube man for kono what the bag is kaba it is 6 million I have forgotten the figure $10,000 obi akonu kube higher tono nyana say akra kube do 10 obi akonu kube $10,000 omanya sebi yakobo be $300,000 the buy your mine no obi kwatra brazil so wanum kube
unim say
yene ya criticize nyama we jama
unim say see bie what high government officials, any even high civil servants, bonuses, nipe come home, bonuses per diem, hotels, exactly. And that is what I'm saying. Say, if you want things to be done well, you're nationalistic, you're cutting across. Because you see, so I say then it means that we are not ready for the change. We should be ready for the change.
Because, like Ayala said, politicians, only need a good role to do that because. Omne do omo de American work with parliament. E do VAT, what do there? Adu for coupon. E do me play number boy. E me career grab it me end. Me 5,000 number those end.
That is what I'm telling you that I see a man nationalistic. because any nationalistic no one cutting across her. Ebeye rodo rada. Ebeye nsema ye kekediama ye niaji. And like I'm saying, see, PR is very important.
Sure.
See, if you listen to me over here, I say this every time. Never be brave we are in marketing and it's when you swap. People sell things to you how they want you to buy it. And you know, we need to endeavor as Ghanaians to dig deeper into matters. And you automatic say, Obi the budget a baby, I'm a budget no edit, nipa ni nipa bonini, enya de papa. Like enya de papa. Me makani has several times say, Obi sikem, mimpe sa nkomo, Obi re on the Obi girlfriend on nam, Obi sikem, sa personal things no. It's not important. So I've been very uncomfortable with the same way. But the fact also has to be laid bare. If you share match now, this conversation probably wouldn't be going on now. Abia, if the conversation was had after the Black Stars had gone, then we also focus on talking about
some common idea. And an eye like F no one can some we are now buying and young sponsor for the Black Stars. She can't even free a buy a foot to you.
That is what I mean by
sponsors.
That is what I mean by structure. Because like I said, you're not sponsors pay. What happened? Because we didn't have structures to keep it.
Because they be what kind of everyone here
oh structure. I know they say any Ghana for Sika Crampa corporate organization now go find Genisicano. Yani turning Yoma. It only say Sika.
Okay.
But say they be a we through you from them one mine. Intibia takwa da mines eba obeyejuma. Imagine also okay, so me person 1% and 0.5 billion there. You dey 2 for your Black Stars sponsor. You dey go World Cup. You be takwa da mine organ him. Like all of these things. Then we work at getting it done. And it's very important. Man, who's the Ministry of Tourism near the day? Ghana Bebo match, some be tourism near. It is time for them to look for money, sponsor the Black Stars. Because the Black Stars will sell them better than anything. Visit to Rwanda now who are Paris Saint-Germain for it is them. It is governments that have done it. And so because there's the need for political will. And rich am I isolated? Black Stars Bebo, ain't me funny they too much. We need to push for a much more structured approach to your problems as a nation. And yes, sir, your Bobo gave you child, will be a convenient boy. You have some back beam. Yes, the
same discussion.
But we still don't have a structure. We'll be talking about this. We want to me and Bonko Cra, now for junior ne. Yamia Nasi Minyam Manom Swaba Kebi. Yes, yes, me Papa Crano Tin Shrev and no Kebu. Can you imagine?
Maybe some Busam Munumas.
Message Kakrevina Invantos.
They say Busam Munumasam.
Okay.
We are well aware how spending it's here our national team. Ya bet you more had da say ya prove budget we even say F the budget ko na aban scrutinize the budget no na aban with the chief of staff cabinet agi budget biatum which becomes the approved budget. Say cabinet agitum say this is the approved budget of the Black Stars. Then the chief of staff office, which is the president's office, at the letter to so say mum jena mum fan koma the Ministry of Finance say budget we na ede ya jatum into on release sika and famra na yem fan koye de de no say o release sika na ba. Then we give the money to the ministry. Na ministry need sika na ma one person called the purse holder.
Yeah.
Na wadi national team na chi. And when it's a national team, they call Osha budget. This one, monsieur, ye call a be a chart. Ye call that so and so hotel. Until you do Cromwa, Mr. Monfa Yankosa hotel, where you say, Waha. Ye call, yes, you hotel no, ye checks near from when I must see a bit you say. Until no Cromacy Annie, one year to Yamano, the purse order they say, Etia, no, I do receipts. Until expenses be our Black Stars no who be as approved in the budget. The person who no kute scan would then pay, take the receipts, Omuyana Yakwakoya account at the Ministry of Finance and the government at the Ministry of Youth and Sports and Recreation. Okay. Now my question here, Rich and Fifi, is it the time? Say yet this is the process of how you spend the national team. No, say it has nothing to do with the FA. Even say eba say ye high cars ni ade a ministry na na de ma omo ankasa nkofo as in what I'm saying say the contract no. Rich, will you agree with me? Say if Effie enyamuna must spend this cannot, you don't even go through the process of the approved budgets. A free necron. Should they present a budget without figures?
They shouldn't even present a budget. Like I say, just say we want this, we want this.
I want to go to hotel. Yeah,
preferably be a pay 4-star hotel.
And every advance team to go buy. Yeah. Almost be a cronin hotel good. Yeah, Kumasi. Yeah, better Lancaster. Okay. You been here 2 vans for referees. You been here 3 vans for Mali. You been here 1 bus. You here ABC. You just itemize and your man national team here. The agreement on bonuses in the it is already there with the ministry and the players no officials. So they know the amount as winning bonus in there. Is it time for the FA to present amountless budgets to the ministry? 100%. Just itemize. Even 200%. And provide and no. Because you don't spend it. Also, hotel saying hotel hotel. Yeah, the Black Stars Union. Simple. And then I hotel. Because at the end of the day, can reach unim say even after you present the estimated budget, the approved budget, they are approved. You don't even get to know. You don't even get to know. You don't spend it. You solution. Present itemized budget. Don't put any figures there. You hear for blaster basima. You say we need four in the bus. So and they pay. Why must you present money?
But if this is the case, then we've done a great disservice to your Black Stars now, because you're politicizing and monetizing as if a nipebina just cannot kokodi. And then the dankophobia. You see, the average Ghanaian thinks FA the budget's in the car. You twist can do no. And I make us say that's what done. Exactly
from the ministry.
So
one that's can work
exactly.
It's no receipt. Because of all those accounts.
Exactly. Simple. Ideally, crown never say because your card also cramp now. Still observe account.
Sure.
But that means that for a very long time, we've made the players look like villains. 2, the FA as well. And granted, they just tell us, okay, yeah, sure, 500,000 Ghana cedis here for chartered flights. Like you just write the amount. Unless there is a way the FA are able to siphon some money for some kind of big things.
That is why many are yarding on the timing of our budget and how is it go into the details of it. You see, and common all Black Stars and yet even an example, Brazil, yes, will be a $10,000. Kofi Sadio, we are Ghana in our tail booth.
Sometimes we need $10,000.
What are you? Yes, I'm Conway, the Anema Black Stars, and at the point, and Chechevi, yes, I'm Conway. Just and Chechemun and Thompson, we are Ghana in our say, no, yes, Brazil. The Okochire market and American. Only the new market to Honey Digger. I don't cry as your man is got near Maniska. Adia, ne Osadia, Conada, I mean, and Yakonos, yet any free Akoyo. FIFA, you can't say competition, Yakoboeno. I mean, FIFA, and Yamabi, of course, Ebanin, and you see, and Tinameka say, and common all Black Stars team, and yet, even a woman, even rich before you conclude, no. Have we asked ourselves, even in the past 50? We've gotten to points sponsors of the Black Stars that sponsors and partners. Yembusa yehu as a country that say into those sponsors no. Any sikana or mututu didn't say and no sponsor Black Stars no. At which point
did those monies play a role in the budget of the Black Stars? Because
how come you need a budget?
They be a budget. It is our time now. Unibank may 3 million. We may say no. Nay, a Brabant and edible. It you see, let's concentrate on the solutions. Present amountless budgets. So I buy any penance or per se away and comfort sentiment out of Sikaye. We should go the sponsorship way. Play on a national team Yaodia. Run it as a corporate. Per sponsors man. And to young family tax in the chia and to sponsors in the chia. Me I am Makuma Beba from Kakra. When I hear money is being here, because if the sponsors there, then it means it is the attraction of the product. And it is a caneba. It is an attraction anybody there. Say maybe Jordan me kobobo. Rich, no more to me they say because Jordan bebo Kudus bebo it's Mama Blasters for only 10 million. No say because me money the year Mama Blasters na ya konontino. Say 10 million ne banas also be me $100,000. Nobody in the corporate environment, if you are attracting the money, nobody will answer me into ya.
Guys, you're moving on.
But if you say you are rich, you are not going to get any solution.
But Honorable Asafo Scholarship Secretariat also will teach you no. Ochamuni na say anope submissions are more than another. Asafo Honorable Ochana na
me boss no.
Okay. Debbie,
but my friend,
the personal here, you fatilu.
Before we
Debbie, answer na be rich and I just offer fatilu.
Okay, and me no won kumo be na me.
And I just saw the family.
Only till arrangement.
Apia said you ba fatilu.
Only till arrangement no hono.
Also no ne
me boss no. Ba say me pim bia ni bebree di. O ya fa no ready.
All right. In 104.5 live our YouTube Nhyira TV into Jumedino so Emfa Emamo our Jumedino so afeye movie to ye game and a child a boy na yenhwe ye preparation a ye de kobo game no nsama yatete.
All right Monaka so tie show no.
Oh, okay.
I send a message. Was a fantastic program.
I see.
All right, Monaka. Maybe I will be a child.
Monaka.
Yes.
One of the experienced administrators.
Yes.
You're in Ghana football. Okay. All right. And you trust with our game against Air Chad. No, and no, I can say if you raise the issue of preparation. Say Yakobo game or astroturf so, and yes, we knew. Say game na Yakobo na astroturf. Now, your preparation in no grass. We knew certain players not many available for a selection and our squad. No, me and your provisions. Say you be babe kahwana, you bet me who how you be see a first you bet me a solve a problem no, and so a national team. O can in the fua coach no na di team no coin no. Or say when reason to my board draw. Yenti otuado reason to us here my board draw na infantuaso.
No. I think surely we want to have ball possession. I think it's very difficult to play on this terrain when it's not watered. We can't play fast, so it's a disadvantage for us if the pitch is not wet. And the boys surely they play in Europe. They are wet pitch. They can play fast, but the pitch was very slow for us. So it's difficult to outplay the defenders. But also I have to say Chad did well in defending, and they didn't allow too much chances. And for me, the most important thing is the 3-4 good chances we have. We have to score the second goal, to make our opponent weak and also mentally weak and us strong. But we didn't use our chances. Like I said before, in football, sometimes like that, if you don't use the 3-4 good chances you have, sometimes you're unlucky and you'll get one.
Okay, and to say a pitch, said Odin can complain before you could game the crown. Obi o hwe game ni bia who say even at a point board o kra no the way see rolly war go permanent so say na epo mate kakra na o say man game plan no and he said no opeso ne mrante ne bobo no affect no awia ma players ne brantem ba ni na mu no o say na o say kill game no go nya chances na anka etimi tekia e bia anka ba na no yedi eye enkomo foforo enso awokovi we dey me sha say dey free ho e ban say na yakobo draw whipping boys your group no bia bu ni bi e dey ban say na ntimi angeni.
Oh Rich, I think say preparation baby etosin, and I'm saying this off the back say You see, baby, a cocoa ball. In a part of Africa, humidity, any sign, man, it's difficult to play football in. Very, very difficult, especially ball sub of the Sahara. Now, in a country like that, that's very close to the Sahara Desert, it's difficult for you to play games there. And they are probably going to be used to the terrain. In as much as most of games outside, most of their players are based in Chad, and they'll be used to the terrain.
Yeah.
And you see, when you have a chance to come and prepare for the game, now, first place of training, shake up. The next day, you do a proper training. And especially for the second day, you don't look for such a place, or probably go quicker into the place. Look for an actual turf or even a regular stadium to acclimate, because the acclimatization American one is not just to the playing pitch. I'm speaking about acclimatization of the weather, acclimatization of the humidity levels and stuff like that, and also to pitch Nankasa. And this is something I thought we could have done better. Which again, because of humidity, any sign money, Emma bre any sign money, air affecting. Emma brain tiredness.
Wait there, fetch me. Yes, start to show me catch a chief for say, Yaba Concran, near the Nkomo Kakra. Yene Kasama for the Ghana Football Association. Henry Asante Chum, Nipadudona, Ebony D. Mr. Hart. As I say, Unyenske Unfime. Ninu Akitu Mame. Okay. So, Yahe, my fan is a miniano. Yenano, our man, so Yenno, any Nkomo. Mr. Hart, good morning. I don't know what to say.
It's a very good. I will go details, but they will always say, I'm going to feel.
Kakabanona, on very Murphy. I was at Bibia Bocodier.
Yanko Padaruma.
Me jaw do ama yala no wedding come, but first of all, minim senya me admo china na game no e baso. Yeah, o say I'm sure and question fetch me chame. Minim some Monday na yebo game no the Accra Sports Stadium. I'm trying to say mood not to say commodia around the game to say.
Well, and kind of Boko and Ryan training and as a recovery, Nipanoa Dodona Bar Stadium and training, The conversation around the game, there are those who are obviously disappointed in team performance and outcome of any child match. And Omokasa, they will make reference to the game. And again, we have another opportunity against Mali on Monday. And I will say you're making good use of that opportunity to be able to hold on to the ticket. And Komodini among 4 games or had it. Obviously, it's a whole against Chad now about draw. Now, one to me winning. Now, other teams now. It will shoot the gap on the table. And you say, money budget. Inside, and now one on shed and but they also know say we have a second chance against Mali, and that is what we are hoping to win.
Okay, now what can Ghana for you mood one crane? Let me be saying, the only team in the travel ya Masai Abba. After say a draw with a child, mood will camp at saying the technical team, the players in Drew Ghana, and Yama to say or camp.
Young point to be very unfortunate, sir. In one or two setbacks, in Jamaica. One was two was Thomas Partey, and then I think my game not planning and she say a touch. at the end of the day, the players are not happy. It is flight more everybody. Many do engage in common from the leader who is Jordan to the new player or the newest player in the team. Asakun Obianiwa the Mojos Jose the there was in but at the end of the day I have that confidence based on Nkomodia Medium Wandino said we will not sit down for this opportunity to slip through our fingers. Players need and facilitated DI also say on the qualify for the World Cup. Players need the expectation of the public. Players need the weight of Sebi, Loda or more. If you go to Chad and things don't go well, there is only one way out, and that is to make a statement on Monday. Yeah, the Chad game not to Yachi, and the focus is now on Mali, and we want to win the Mali game, and also ensure we will keep hold of the first spot, and then we will think about Central African Republic and Comoros in October.
Harry, I all need ready a fachami. Say me my dem komona ko echi kakra. Since I'm free child by yenya kwenya bia to really understand and my course and what contributed to the disappointing results are yenya. In brief, sign up mo ben team no ni team no mo assess it and no my course and why yentimi answer chart.
Well, I have spoken about setback. He drew charts. A Bernardine Amajo. And he drew I think it was around 6 p.m. thereabout. And he drew He drew, obviously go through immigration, blah, blah, blah. Bibia Ekoye, free airport. From the airport to your hotel, it was about 40-45 minutes drive. And the following day, you call training at the kickoff time. A honor issues not start here, basically about the quality of the astroturf. A formulated thing, and only concrete, so only concrete. And on the grass and the sensor. It's one I'm so okra where we should boot crowd share normal and Pabwaka almost a formula day. And then also the weather was a major factor. Early on it is now maybe early acclimatization would have been helpful. But when you are going to places like this, it is difficult to acclimatize early. One, say, call Omaya, Omamuru, park back, pet and a wall. Park back on a wall. The only time you can train on it is 24 hours to the game. It's Uko earlier, said Jansen. Uko 2 days ahead, Jansen 3 days ahead, Jansen. It will be difficult. Say, Okon Temwa, now options to train. It is a laudable idea between 2-3 days to train and get used to the weather, if possible. But Enkaneno and Kameka are simple, but it may be a little bit difficult because the earliest time you can get your players is Sunday. And the Uga say, Omomraho, now we early camping, and now say, Ubisha Ghana. They consider Tanuma Winger. If they were to leave where they are to come to Chad, the earliest time I be now is Tuesday. Because flight in Koho show, sir. You consider all these factors, and in the end, the decision was to assemble your car, fly 2 days earlier or 2 nights earlier, get the chance to train on the pitch. 24 hours to the game. Semi Ambrano Sierra. you play quickly and leave. Now again, there is a lot of science behind it because sometimes the weather affects you. So 24 hours, 48 hours. Now we are free more. It helps you to recover quickly. And that was the science behind the decision to go 2 nights before the match, train the next day, and leave immediately after. Then you come and recover in Accra and get ready for the next game. And Omu decided that should be the plan. And I think the weather was one. Unfortunately, even aside the weather, we had setbacks. Suleimana, Ibrahim, training, yes, or say a man of ball be or stretches or kofana or pain. I want the right knee. Yeah, but say none the right knee. Still. You call training by you may and Thomas Frey for emergency. Doctors no call the temperature also when you have fever. Obviously you wouldn't want to risk. So you have to take him out. So these were some of the setbacks I had before the game. And my technical team, some difficulties in settling on who comes in at what time, who plays at what time, who plays up to what point. At the end of the day, we had a team to represent Ghana. Let's share first. Hope you will score again. They fight here in account. Then they equalized. Very disappointing. But we just have to put it behind us quickly and focus on the next game.
Me also say we would have had a lot of follow-up questions, but in the interest of the nation, we will have to move on quickly and focus on the next game. But in between Chad and Mali, the issue of budgets in Semino. The timer, Honorable Sports and Recreation Minister Kofi Adams, in a press conference now or two budgets needing any FA more responser more at the buyer say time any game and sada and yadia mususu say was a kebasa time near the Harry boy and come is it the impression of the FA say the timing of Honorable ED press conference on the budget was wrong now?
Well, I think the FA reacted or responded not long after the press conference. Yeah, the position about out. I wouldn't want to belabor that particular point. I would like to respect the position of the FA as at the time the press statement came out. As far as we are concerned, there is nothing bigger in the world in terms of football than qualifying for the World Cup. We have to just think about what the temperature and the atmosphere is, the atmosphere in the country, the temperature of the people, expectations of the people. Go onto the pitch on Monday and win the match. We will deal with the rest after that.
You see, the reason why Nkofo Bebre are interested in asking you a question way say Samusha FA more response am the buy on the budget na create the impression be say ebetimi aham with the focus na mu here to play Chad and Mali no enti Ghana for be so mu e kwan be so na ebetimi aham
ya dey atoyeti se see am no cause be be anywhere we here e Mali match. So we are focused. We want to win against Mali. We want to do everything possible to ensure that the team will be in sound minds, go out there and deliver. Any other thing is secondary. We will deal with those issues once we get the 3 points.
Okay. See, everybody on comment. Say party any Ibrahim Suleimana omo to say.
Thomas trained yesterday. Suleimana did not train. and say no cry quarantine omo eto nsa de prayer kwesisibo. Another setback for Jordan Sonne Elisha when you accumulated yellow cards in Tunisia. There was a further assessment on Suleimana. I think that the medical team will make the decisions or the outcome of medical assessment, known to us, and then we will make an announcement on Suleimana. What I say, Obitumi Abuana say, on to me more. At the moment, that is the situation. Luckily, Thomas trained yesterday, even though he's still being assessed, but I think his condition now is better than 48 hours ago. And we have 48 more hours to the Mali game. I hope we say, okay. What do you see?
Oh, okay. Concerning players, who from pictures are more releasing on more recovery training, say players be say Alexander Jiku and Joseph Pencil also about the cat team omo buy omo to say and are they battle ready say almost bit me are contributed to the national team against Maliana.
Yes, Alex and Pencil are big group. Pepe. And now I'm training. So in the a recovery training, of higher intensity to say main training session. And Jomo beyond 70 minutes. And I'm runs no kicks kaka, fitness kaka, ice bath and on better. But those who did not play and those who arrived the day before, they said Joseph name, Alex there. I'm joining one movie crowd and I'm normal training. Kick and run, and now I'm here for about 40 minutes. And yes, Alex, a key member of the squad. Joseph has been in and out of the squad because of injuries and other issues. But they give the coaches a lot more options going into the Mali game. And you always want to go into games like that with the best materials available. In the end, they say, two players who were originally part of the squad withdrew, Abrane was on withdrew because of flight delay, contract issues, and but you see, I think they are two top quality additions to the team.
Aaron, I say pitch aqua big subject matter. Say ye di blasters in coma. Mobile ye and Musa coach by Nasisia, the concentration is on the Accra Sports Stadium. No facility, no, ne pitch, no, ne, and honio mano. Sign a CTA, and are you happy? Say Accra Sports Stadium. Ebetimia hosting blasters against Mali. In the estimation of the blasters, no be there na kwemwa yenya any excuse be say pitching na way. Is the facility ready to host more animal game on Monday?
Make sure I feel light. And now, you're training over 15 minutes echo on the light. And the was a coach and the young managers didn't come about the intensity. And I like to remember the level I also it drew. So I think between today, tomorrow, they will work on it. Pitch. Since you started the campaign, Frank Boyne has been present at all the training sessions and Russell in terms of the amount of water, I always say grass in him, the level of the grass, and then maybe I say technical team no prefer after every training they speak with him. I think that they are always comparing notes to ensure that you're the best condition possible. aside that, the changing rules, not much has changed over the last 6 months because since I bought Chad or March 2025, the only major activity I take place was Grassroots Stadium, President's Cup. Not much has happened within the last 6 months. And I think that the changing rooms are also in good condition. The only concern which I know, scoreboard not say how stands now, and as you know, according off. You need to boy, we shall the phone and just Emma Omu Pube Omu Ekotana. In stadium assessment in and one of the things they said was that a honor a bit weak because Nadia is to stands in I am Mekaka until say on Netflix, money part now. But the past time it happened, I don't know how different it will be this time in terms of security arrangements. But we are looking at the light is being worked on. I'm sure the pitch will be okay. And the other petty things, I'm sure they will sort out before the Juada. Because I have been saying our first year, the bully matches there 3-4, sometimes 2 every other weekend. Into every time also on Sako for now is being left primarily for national team football. It is a Juma or Okra, Ubitma in a show, next free home. Now, what is the time to work on the other things? To me, like I say, based on what we have observed in the last 4 or 5 days in there, the place is fine and work is ongoing.
Mary, my last question to you. Unim said Ghana for we are very much disappointed in the results in against Chad. No, at the end I will be catching any Ghanaian. Na what me Eddie Shannon crying say any support to be a whether say or stadium, whether say or TV or radio. Now we're offering a support. What do you have to say to Ghanaians concerning Mali game, and how we can come on board and support the team for a victory on Monday?
Ayala, your bank Kumasi the ball, Central African Republic. If you share in a bank, and they can see the berry, say me boom compound here. Me who the Badoa, a 2-call park and so, and then they are almost here. And the way I move on some and Bojiso, because at that time we had beaten Mali and Central African Republic back to back in one window. I am top of the table. Fast forward, this year match, Chad, Madagascar. This is a journey, it's a marathon, it's a football competition. You should check the motivation level of the Chadians on the day of the match. President Atoti Kitinya, the answer will do stadium or amount ticket. I will room. Maybe I had to book a fire. Just say, I will take a look at it. Almost storage in our grammar for about 5 minutes. Oh, compare Ghana and the Chada. May will be also. But that is football. Sometimes setbacks do happen. Sometimes surprises do happen. In Nhyira, as many as 10 matches to be able to make it to USA. Until you bought Chad, now you're winning 5, you lose 1. You need to do a call match and say, you're beating Kunim. Now you're saying beating Kunim against Mali. Probably to end our campaign on a very good note. But Ankoye against Chad, it does not mean that Ankoye against Mali. The players are in high spirit. They are highly motivated. They want to make a name for themselves. Those who have played at the World Cup before, and Fasotitri Tridia and Wahua, Seubo World Cup now at the Brew. They are all Mobidano, and also person or experiencing. We have a mixed bag. Some of these players have been there as far back as 2014. Jomunim from 14 to 22. They are Yamao. They are called 2022. Let me use Kudus as an example. By the time I was free, he was all over the world. I am Somanico PA, West Ham United, and they called Tottenham. So the benefits to the team and individuals are enormous, which we quantify. Which is why I strongly believe that we will need the support of Ghanaians to make this a reality. The players are ready. They want to turn things around. They are uncle or Chad, 1% make a statement against Mali. If you have the means to be at their class position, yes, let's say, over 30 minutes. Mana of and then I am positive that we never born on Kron until that time no be bano. Yeah, the good news for. Hopefully next time when we speak on this platform, it will be a different story altogether. We'll be talking about what to do in our 2 remaining matches rather than mathematics, we shall we. And then you want to avoid some of those things. And the only way to do that, is to beat Mali on Monday.
Okay, Henry Asante Chumia Dasipa, but Patolon do so chow na catcher boys or sell my qualification, Yamupa, I'm the person the idea to catch the boys in the morning, right?
Na Pato say we have qualification the idea. Na me only be a meet to the idea.
Henry Adasi no pay. Henry Asante Chumka sama for the Ghana Football Association and I know ekodi enkomo. Na also yala live on kind ticket and penny for say VVIP no 1,000 cedis. VVIP no. And VIP 500 cedis. VIP lower 200, center line 50, and popular stand only 30.
Oh, okay.
Now almost a ticket no available on sale. Okodia Crown Sports Stadium a Bioho Osu Access Bank share also a Bioho Independence Square also qua ticket ni Bioho and airport shell also okwa ticket ni Bioho.
Will you agree with me, sir? Because you want Mali game bon. Your concentration on discussion, a free Samria Copy Monday should be concentrated on the Mali game.
Sure.
How best are your team to prepare, be in a good mood tactically? At the end, you bet me a team no changes being a how do players numpo so when you connect you already when you connect you with TV or better say ocean in crying or can be positive be a good so now yen get into a national mood. Send you be me a shamali. I think say from now Monday and you ready. Responsible journalism, responsible citizen.
Negative stories, no? Yes, sir.
Yentiso.
Yentiso.
Na yenti.
Boys, there's more Ghana.
Yes. Don't make me
yeah. Omuti.
Yeah.
So what I said that apathy, no. Funny in Antuncha. You see, yenina. Sometimes, michitum. Say the ordinary Ghanaian no say you. Yes, kaya. Economy ni nkoyi. Tisa utisi kebi esi ade mani pebi ni ade a akoma no kosro ba ni nyina mu ayala imagine yanko afcon tio Black Stars afcon na ye be born in December no ye nya qualification ankobo bi World Cup so a Ghana entimi ankobi ene ye be den ye nim say ya pe bo ene be den
enra
imagine ti
mama va de bi nchira wo me phone so enra
negative stories no moment so
Minam
at this point na imo game ni
Minam X ne so sana. Me who say calf.
Okay.
Aye post bi. Na omo announce Rich Gaini. CAF online 17 hours ago.
Okay.
And how about that for a Total Energies AFCON 2025 opening game venue? Ladies and gentlemen, Prince Maule Abdallah Stadium. Rich. Now, who's Prince Maule Abdallah Stadium? Look at the stadium, Rich.
I am looking for a bomb game.
At this, I don't remember the opening ceremony of the AFCON. Rich, now have a comment. Charlie Blasters. And I'm a crying emoji. Now, Rich, Morocco knew. So imagine, say, on the 5th of December, yeah, draw you know America, Canada, Mexico.
Mexico, now when you feel,
now FIFA, everybody will be a big game. See, I think that
yes, stories,
we've shared it. So we are Canadian, but responsible citizens, responsible journalism. Mr. One here on YouTube instead of now, you can watch some end of now in Nhyira TV. Over to me, Ababe. We are responsible journalism. We are responsible citizens. Na young for your support to be any and some pebia, any agent Chilebiano, and Kotowas. Pushing the Blasters to get the victory over Team IFN Mali. And Mali share Comoros 3-0. It's coming into your game, no? Yes, yeah, then I am pinche, disappointed, no. Rich, they are very confident and they are coming. And yes, I can show more about Mako. And they also believe, say, to catch up to us, then they must come and beat us. Our class, now you fear and you're together. 90 chemu rich, they will penetrate na omatimi ababa henti mummy together na yam na ho na yin na yan kumom as Ghanaians na yan Fanta Blasters na chi na omantimi my the desirable results me just say
I'm sorry na but yes some yen you baby dia bedan say ote of the sprinter bus ifin kan abedru Kumasi na osi ye no and I realize send the bag obi ni na din sisa.
Oh, okay.
I'll be in a change bag. Now, I'll say one girl be see what take. Okay. Osusu say on in the bag nest set.
To a funny
says I girl no.
And
now I found the bag no so again about it no tia samo. Especially say bia wa usi what take or bana usi what take no. Say utie Nhyira passports and now so be tia on country no. Na omwan na Nhyira ba
na number bi obetimi afra
o me number o say friend Stella na number no 0540 649511 0540 949511 momwan na ensa enka aye bag me patro person kwa bruchiri akoyo masters ana PhD a de nyame aye adoma IPD study world expo no baso na aye 15 universities from US, Canada, UK, Australia, and Omoba down. Nyame Ayadoma Golden Bean Hotel, 22nd year on Monday. Anopa sharp na empenufoi atena so so ko PhD and masters. Awa buchomba boawo me ba to bibia registration e free bra. Na onsubedin komodi bi na enya akonya ekusua de ewo abruchire open common mo etie pa for number 0553 173346 na munomu endi eye enkomo ose wo problem hu abu ono ma halitosis ha no kasa eche ni nkoyie obi enso an se no sentokro bi de dem so pese ya fele ni na edema and have a simple air extraction ni na ya the Valley View University Dental Clinic no almost so outreach 2025 na almost say from on the 8th ekopim on the 12th and na dwumadie no enso ebetimi abaso anopa no nkro na ekopim awia no miensa no na dwumadie na ahyehyɛ so our Valley View University hoda audio na dwumadie no yɛde ahyehyɛ so nti wo ase ho problem a me patro no an so obewuram na also wetimi akwame yahwe wo sene kama pa adi ama me patro wo penkyeremu bi achewi 053 076 9216 na onso kona yenhwe wo se no kama pa emfa mo se omo ebesan ama discount kenfa se ba me sha ye bibidru a me kamfo adi ama obibia diabetes ewo so OBP sanso na liver obrebo problem wo ho edua nwuma ntimi na kenfa se ba me sha ɛna mekamfo ɛnso ɛde ama meka sɛ baabi ɛtɔ dupa bia ɛbi ɛwɔ Freddie Men's Gilligo Pharmaceuticals wo na ne santa so nsa betumi aka bi 0545 455740 na muno omo eni ɛyɛ nkɔmmɔ okay ma yɛmfa course no kakra bi na afei minim nkɔmmɔ no a mehyɛ mbɔ so menemu ebidi no na afei yɛnto adwumadi no so ɛmfa mam 0322082581 8582 83583 first caller hello
Richard
yes sir
Richard we have about there
nyame adom
anya boko the black stars for the shade yanke be boko kakra Richard Patola and Luis Touchdown na mencha Mr. Latif on Funfa na mencha na namu na manfa bra manfa Richard nyame anim black stars players no mfa show mu team so even put the fans no club be qualifier player bia wa you are the World Cup di na wo mbobia ana feeling it say ana obobi so feeling it say eti only child we no akoto to apa so ama Ghana for akoma mu cheze madam we gina wa say na ko bo share me di 20 million ana no say kan mi come benya eti e be sere omo di come ma ye because matter football dey eno na nyina ye po na o cha don say ne eye benadu akantona all USA ene ye the birthday eti ma menchia no oni afola bi Richard e be qualify na so ya ji cap mi why obi ji 3 ya ji 2 why omo woni ya ji omo we odi and your cap every cap is a cap
ati patolo ndu da se pa hello next caller
hello yeah
yes sir
asewo da so fia dan sika wo na kuro pato mo he
nyame adom
kede nyame asi oh blassa wo da support na tiko you na fidi ya ho kanu Ghana abasro aye support team kama afidi efe you wanna bet to papa so he na me de bi ni se sika no a minister eti so no anti mo bo abedi mu din o enya de a mo bo edi ababe jiska agu ebutum ti mesro bebre so wona keka onu ye ne ha so me bo na baso me ko bo bia banya me kan bye bye
okay yeah that's it pa ye fan next caller hello
Richard
yes sir
Retunya Solomon ati ante wan samle na na from power to say wan mango bejano which mame mo ni e be Japan ni na batopa na me say MP honorable Frank Ebo ati mango bejano now rich aka me kan say nyame e mo Monday wo hwe said the doctor tini o mama Ghana for asate support na enya de bebo ayen what you say enka dey say against Canada that support we no get ate and the best nyame de Monday against Mali no the performance of modern against Chad, the set performance in the room against Malia, Mali for the again. And the best and Samanyo said the winner Liverpool was Jay. Now, what you tell Liverpool team to embrace no. One night, that performance was then against Liverpool, on that performance. Kudus' performance was then in interview, yet to a Brazil, on that performance, maybe that performance now. Against Melanie, making us home under the question done upon Saturday. Gentlemen, might have a question, and mouth to MIA. Not a question, say, I'm a boy, I'm a for to Suacho, and the best players, and most only, I'm okay, I'm not gonna for Yaya Ward, better day.
That's it, next caller. Hello,
Richardo.
Yes, sir.
The DNA was Junior Baumia. Manso, and talk on Mexico. I'm in Chef Federico John Cancer, and to me, I'm in Church more than all. Now, Richardo. 7 na ana menya so mo ba be kan ye ni abre ye pe US akọ eji se players na mo akonya edit kwaya most of the Ghanaians in FSC call US so at say eji mo ignore ye se be ko US what you say ye passport ready dey ready na okobo draw to say onye team bia na mo do say Chad no obia ono tambia tibia no be share bia e hye no obia the 6 points on ho dey na yen Ghana yen ya besi e ko World Cup no yen e omuko draw na say players no it's about time I say omu say Ghana for yen ya brace to see kwan so what you say nti omu modern so bitima aboa ma qualify na Erade adma Monday yen Mali no Mali so ayi gapa so person omuko ba se betimi akode a omu putu ade na no mo ye na side na omu ntimi enkonko je 3 points na ma giri se beboa kotoko so giri se bia ko yipa e man solo ba ye no bia e ko mesa ko supporters ye start league no na ye prepare na ye home matches na tinya ko ama bia e kama na da se
okay yen so ye da se yemfa last caller na yen to aso hello
yes sir Richardo
yes sir
abu do from Richardo
Dove now say
Only I'll move anything.
What's
I'm not going to father.
Aye.
Mammy, yeah, she's up with you. Last book, it's up with you. Yeah, about one. With every time, only say you can't have for you. You tell me now, John, and tell you want. And in my matter, yeah, take care. If you ever say the SC, I'm at one. I'm from my John Van Der Point.
Yemfa collect no emfa nsia na yentu adwumadi no so emfa emamomo amutie platform media this week makachira mon say dwumadi bi ba so paadu na sa dwumadi we wa mabia in fact especially say oyo obi a woni gye agodie ho ensam ho a ese utimi baby na onso behebi University Business Schools Sports Association and na amo akabuma amo di dwumadie and so edeba menyam penifo and 9 emamienu emema and so mienu Mr. Sapon Emmanuel ono PE facilitator KNUST afi Yura Dominic Tufo Nyama Nyama okay ono so our studio my sister is Anyamadu ono so a science teacher KNUST basic school right okay and Mrs. Francisca Akoto Japan ono so a PE facilitator omunyina no atenase yebedi nkomo no kakra na sede ani nanim na on say amamre de ntontwene anti de bia sede ani e kano no ema de yenu muhia omo first e manifest ti start with the man no na ewia ya papa no so no enwin nkomo no emfa eman mommy udi na Teresa no right. Good morning.
Good morning.
Patron, I want to say
Radiado.
Mr. Sapon. Okay, Mr. Sapon Cindy. Okay. And Mr. Dominic and Soneti means the fashion anti. Mama Teresa mentioned something free ho. University Business School Sports Association. Association being na mutine da being jinapo being na techri enti amamu eti association yi na fe yemedi nyame aduma pado nkomo na ankasa no yini numfanto aso
medase University Basic School Sports Association you try it you can you basa
okay
afi
ano ben microphone am
afi 2011 na yenya adwempo bi say public universities no omo nyina wo basic schools ye KNUST, Legon, Cape Coast, UMAT. Near Samre no, 1 year yes, a phone fiase, no one na a was so. Inti yanka ya humum, esan say, a yana near maybe a hodoma, school say, I could be able to be in a yana near maybe a hodoma, a tessi, a was school singing in name. Na ya junior say, I can't see a war sports, a good deal. Idea a bit to me, I can't. Schools abomu timpanimfo ni hia ya dwendwen ho no ana yes ye bedi kan ye de akansie eye agudie afiase nti eno ne adwempo titiriwa ye de ehye saa ubasa yi ase sane ye be basic schools na wo universities ni nyina mu no ebenya nkabo mu so nko teacherfo afem mofra no afem ene ye dwumaye afem nti no agokansie
so this is the maiden edition.
No.
My bida. Oh, okay. Where can say?
When I toss 8th
edition. Wow.
8th edition.
Now Kumasi how soon is saying?
But this is the second time.
Yeah. Then one J.
Yeah,
the last time now we Kumasi
no. That was 2016.
Okay.
I know you see
Oh, Kumasi mama you already
so fortunate.
This is a few idea. Yeah, near Brepa, host and win. Your slogan, no.
I read a Yanji teachers over churches. Every man of query letter.
I saw
I see. I tell you, said the mommy at the kind at Chimuno. Yeah. Oh, okay. Is it okay? All right. Let's make my mic off. I was sorry. Being fat and brown from tea. At everyone come out, ye did in the ano. Said the mommy a chimono. A university basic school, so almost a come one boom. Na omo HDA say I was say almost at the agukensie edidi do omo common teachers, students. In fact, obia oyanda da association no. We any a brown so betimi edi omo common ni agudie no. Eno any a command na yedi awa no pay. And it is out to say jumadi no e ba so awo padwo a na eno any a offer buy. This time I'm in copy teacher. The last time I said, Mama, if was uses for no befakoy. This time who's and win. But first of all, ye for Jumadianim, ye starting the time bang, Jumadia potty bang, and yenya ye ball, for instance, ye barber should be no. Dear Jumadina, ye barber share or pajuho.
That's me. Send ye my medical cano, Savepe. Like a cram, they can say a rotational basis. Okay. Since 2011, no. The uses in the start here. You could feel poor much in your buy. Oh, I know the Amoko and Mojabai. People doing in buy. Oh, and mommy and cat. You throw your colleague on. Also, people buy. Wow. If you feel going your bar, came Westy. Naja almost say, maybe I couldn't get annoyed. There was some prepare when you by J. If you are called Takwa, and Sako keep to be any Sako Legon. Unfortunately, 2019, 2020, like I was saying, Ken was in Husty. Now, COVID-19, I may break here. And it's not started 2023. And that was Naka still Ken was Husty. Now, Legon, anniversary. And Tino Begay, the hosting rights and Samo. And today is the time I do so. And she made over program. Yame Bois, a branda, 9th September. And schools in Babidu. Who see more Republic and Queens. Republic. But I remember no Eda Republic and a man of that Queens. Okay. Now I did see Quadana and the Panabable matches, football matches. Okay. So on the 9th, reporting. Yes, reporting. Yeah. Okay, there you know. Okay. Yeah. Then on the 10th, on the 10th, and a panel, the Bible matches. No, we are 1:30. You started open ceremony. I have to suffer titri for pa amumba mpachamunya mka hobi and see 2000 the ball open match now between KNWC primary boys and you best start with football but yeah okay it's a ball and we are after opening ceremony na ya for the day ya wada anapa you start beto aso with football matches no soccer matches no we are no able table tennis old laundry ti eno so ne de akọ wie anwumre no adichi if you are done anapano, you start able to also football matches, no, we are no, you start athletics, or feed an area. Then, table tennis was about to also as well. Now, so from football near athletics, from athletics now table tennis. Okay. Then, Saturday. Anapano, about 12 football matches that kind of so. Okay. Then because in fact one unfortunately I can say yes I said the 4 schools in start here Madam Ebo Boy you know UMAT, KNWST, UG then UCC. As we speak yenya and Kenya 3 on the count UDS you know Sunyani then UHAS. Okay. Unfortunate UDS and Timiamba this year. You pull out. Okay. But you know, you has the mobile on board. Okay. And I have 4 or 5 matches on Intiman groupie and all play all. That is why matches on a prolonged sir. Until we Nameboa Saturday and Pana and we are no near the elections was near the closing ceremony. It's the departure no ye Sunday. That's okay. I'm so odi afum kama pa. Enti eti for say the kakano. On the 10th and the Jumadina Casano, you started also area 1. Now you started with the opening ceremony. You 2 and some flow be sports team is in Ibekobi. In fact, in presented the Dudona Yabaho, Yedina no, Yenso Yakoshe Edge Medina, 2 and said for the general public. Obia, sir, we mommy say Yenjis Cabiana. Oh, you open. To the public, Obia to me, provided so Banquadia, Obia, I'm ready to suffer so Banquadia. Yes, share Obian crying, say, sure, Obiamra. Now, Omeshe,
send your mofrano a seaborn home.
Sure. Ana adisuano nko no ntimi because akrebi ono so ho na odi bepi
ye
buku nko ade a
KNUST say no ye ni so ade hu ba ko ye say holistic quality education nti enye adisuanko na bia abofra no eye ade bia ye hye ne nkran say onko
na ade ba ko am de bomba ba so no unse kaneni enim say KNUST di okoye say odi adisua de ebesua buku sa bene no ma blend no with sanya ma because ma hu say nkwara ne bi wo a ono mo so mo daach no efa enti ma blend ni na nyame chamo say mo eyesa abi min ko to Mr. Dominic right sapon na mimisa is it KNUST so no hambo ne to say because I feel say who's the win
no cre ye nyina ye team pon say ye host no ye besa wen na ye de nhihye ye bebre agu kwan mu a ebema ye team pono so etimi abamu so wo hwe pa ya makwan de enso ye makwan no ye nyi ya home
omo kam
ya omo koba da bia a checherefo no ne nkwala ne nyina ye ba da bia ebe ye activities no so de be host and win no ebetumi abamu nti hyehyɛ ndie bebre egu akwam enne kra no ye training.
Okay. Nti u gina fidie so no ahye ni na ebo se host and win be baso because amaso am say mempene
no correct life
me yenti bi hutu no pado na ye mo bi meje nkokwa David ye hosting dey say host and win
no correct
kwan bia so ene e ba hook say ye papa say nya say fa so ne je ade nindina so discipline ni na say je football, traveling, long jump, table. Nindina yenje. Eti openi wo shame bo say ye baba bi bisa.
E bo me show no ene say. Ye host tu. Na ya win.
Okay.
No.
Mati.
That's.
I fakakra bi kan na a time no.
Me that's be I will say your categories. Your categories, your primary school boys and girls.
Okay.
GHS boys and girls. And in all aspects, Sana Bekono.
Okay.
And Senokano. A Biasu trophies so. It overall is judged by number of trophies are watching. And he said out of 12. What you had Jimo 8
there's overall no you are the winner.
You promise.
I think what and you would win the Ben say. What yen try as much as possible. Say, yeah, better to do that. What the can yen for more money yen for you who's the winner. And one. Mammy Pato, you made in Mammy and they all can't chat.
Yeah, we know not ye trimu pa ye jinaso. I di sa agukensi. You say new energy for greater impact, inspiring sports excellence. Ye thema ye de ejina so ye di ye hia agukansie no eno no ye de ahoden foforo e hye sports na ye de be ye kan academic excellence this time so no sports excellence ye sports na ne ye ne aye ne yie rules and regulations e da ho nyina no e wo say ye hwe ne ye di so na eya na dream bi dream po bi ta kire say sports for there omo go by the rules ya but wo sua de no na wo ye sports no now you are achieving excellence nti yes kumase man so bia mra paju on the 10th ye opening day no ceremony no ni e mehwe mofra no won ahokeka e wo sports mu na yentimi mpagya sports e wo man mu ni nyina na kudimdie ne ba sane ye ka no hostel mu no ye nyina ye ni age
okay yenso nyame adoma e beba na ye de support na full support ade ababetai KNUST because ye die mu a na yesre awofo no so obako KNUST nkwade a sa aduma de we ni se e beba na uni ho ese wo hobi be share down so for support ematim no na intiminya host and winti penifo edamase sa no pay awie mo pass it through na mo be chense mu e de nyame samo nyame so mo the best so KNUST. Okay.
That's we Benjamin.
All right, yes, edamase pa. All right. Edamase. Okay. Yenye birthday quick na fe. Yen sorry me pam chow yedi kan catch am say e studio ho no. Ye a modern TV studio Gamia ya dom ya ye studio na wie na efi Monday and ebe sha se ayusi studio ho efe pa and na ma for studio pa we TV standard and state of the art so who had to say yes in fact you know the attend say yeah sorry ya no ye be bonum
YNCC na na bonum
ha YNCC ni na no na nyum no and so na muso se na be ya on Monday no the Black Stars match no e be tia no new studio
oh me gas Monday no pa no
say na me antu na be tia no gabi tu am say obo concrete gabi ne ba be tia no me Monday say mesha white because of new studio no me yimiti
but kunya na efu
Charlie studio no etifo
kunya na efu pa
esamani ne nse okachenti nyame adoma Monday na mo be hu ye new studio na ya ye no mo so mo pe TV nti okuku ai bibia kama nti chairman
Richard
you start with the birthdays
the chairman say ene dia Cantona
chairman one birthday
chairman one
Dia Cantona
chairman one and then
Columbus, Ohio.
Of course.
Papa we on she about 3 years in Anambra.
Maybe
4 years, right? Ye kasa obi enipa Dia Cantona.
Of course.
O ye nipa papa. Se obe free US beba Ghana. Na Dia Cantona ni team we nchia. I mean, Oba oni na bedin komo be kwa kotrans ye didi oye down to earth
of course.
Obren ho say the Cantona no be kasa no efekra.
Dia Cantona.
So on a special day at the mama chairman Dia Cantona our Columbus, Ohio chairman the American na say yamin shraw sika dia me wo hayi wo bi chairman bibiri kasa me ma sika enye yi. Then so the American na say yamin shraw onya wo kese oma unimfie unfie no unni emroso na sika mra bibiri adwumasem enkoyie na de da woni so bia nyankopon emfa ennom. In fact enhyira bia ewo wawodam no anasa wawodam no nyankopon emfa bi emfa ennom. Dia Cantona Columbus, Ohio. Happy birthday to you, boss. Let me start pa.
Richardo na mame fo mani nchirimo Egypt. Na mereshe Victoria Ajiman Queenin. Happy birthday. On say Victoria Ajiman ba kuno wo Germany na nyonwa.
Oh okay.
Ne man say Graciela na Finola. Almost we your auntie.
Oh okay.
Auntie em share fam so. Na yemeshe happy birthday ko ponko so no nhia no. Non ko so anonya ne kese do ne sabe so bia. Erade emma nye kama pa intimi enfo no tino Victoria Ajiman Queenin. Happy birthday to you. Na mirem atonsu Esli. Na mereshi international adutwumwa. Happy birthday. Esli Oshana pa bonche no ma. E wa na me di Richardo. Tondolo funi plain rice in domina de ade. Eno tino international adutwumwa. Happy birthday to you. Go show. Na onkoswa na onya wo kese. Na international parking.
Yes.
Parking.
Jeff, picture na me dey send you okay, no crown or the action.
We na me say my we bibia.
Oh sorry. Say me am pre. Me do. Me rev say apia say dumba no. Me pre.
We na me say my bibia.
Me pre. Facha me yenko e.
We say lie.
Matias.
International parking e was USA. Na o say fe nhire fem so. Na yɛrehye Elder Edmond Kwasi Ofori yaman happy birthday nakopon koso anonya ne kese do ɔde ne sabe so bia erade ema no nye kama pa intimi foma no nti Elder no wo say parking ɔno so yɛ Elder o ɔno so yɛ Elder nti na ɔse afi nhye fam so
enipa ba ko a ɔno so yɛ nipa pa parking ɔno so wɔ Bronx awɔ New York parking ɔne oyiri nana no pay awia sorry nyame nhyira mo pa
so mo kwa US na no panta
okay so okra ya no pa nti so kai bonana boss FM bonana kai bonana ai bonana so say yɛrehye Reverend Abel Pratt ono a head pastor at the Light of House our Esseso branch ono so yɛrehye no happy birthday enti Reverend Abel Pratt baby a will be an happy birthday to you, Reverend. I mean, so na oma ngusra no enye kese. Nyankopon ento nkwanemu na enhye bia wa wodemu bia no. Reverend Abel Pratt. Nyankopon enso emfa enom we from where o auntie Vivian and na say yam show happy birthday ne onsorima at the Lighthouse our accessory branch na say yam show happy birthday. Atiefo edemasia
antena no aben ha
no aben ha
no entertainment power
ye bonyum sa
na nsiesie no
sure dey nya kwan dey akọ the new city hall na city omuwie akoyo
but one thing is Richard your technicians no me brutal
Collins there only too much
Collins Alaji Saforo Godfred Eric Mo on set ni nyina omo brutal fantastic Tommy on Gabi Mo set na no dene
sure
Teresa Alaji it is well why are you money nyina
it is well ti etiefo yadamase nyame yadoma yebesensha fatilo do okonkran the flight e konkran na akofa commentary no e dey abrachairman I ba bebrem den
nkran no
o say so to be unto bread
me ba mebre o ba ka
yadimase enti yabonum dey insisi nyame adoma adwada new studio enya asempketo akwan 104.5 Richard you need team ni na no yakramo yadamase